What's going on, guys? Black Friday and Christmas are around the corner, and you want to make sure you stock up for your significant other. Get to manscaped.com/RBP or use code RBP and get 20% off plus free shipping at Manscaped. And I want to show you guys some of the new cool stuff they have. I've shown you guys the beard hedger. This is the new beard trimmer, which is pretty cool. It's got a built-in guard system. So all you got to do is like turn this dial and it will adjust to whatever trim setting you want. So you can make sure you keep it faded properly and set up. Now, the second cool thing and the new thing they sent me is the Lawnmower 5.0. This is the new 5.0. It's got a better system for even better trimming, but also the coolest thing about it is this head pops off, the body trimmer, and this electric shaver pops on in its place. So now you have a beard trimmer as well and a body trimmer in one, which is pretty cool. It just means less pieces to buy and everything all in one place. So guys, get to manscaped.com/RBP, check out the Lawnmower 5.0 package and get something cool for your significant other. Look at that nice...
My fucking legs off the fucking desk.
Those little bruises hurt more than anything. The little like dings here and there.
That's not little. That was my kneecap fucking shattering.
Look at the nice tan you got. You just flew home. You're all relaxed.
Yeah.
Tell everybody where you were.
Turks and Caicos.
How was that? Have you ever been there before? Or was it your first time?
No, it was my first time. It was really good.
Is it nice? It looked nice.
It's super relaxing.
What'd you do
really
for
nice.
How long were you there? 4 days or 5 days?
4 days. We left on Thursday.
What'd you do for 4 days? Just sit on the beach and drink?
I didn't even drink that much. I just
just relaxed.
We had like 1 drink a day, 2 drinks a day.
So it was more just like
people who didn't really drink. So the people I was with don't. It's like when you're drinking by yourself and you're the person that's the only one drunk. It's kind of weird.
Look at this guy. Holy shit. Serial killer and a half.
Hey guys.
That's like a bad like Arab haircut where they're just like they line it up like perfect.
Oh yeah.
It's good, bro. You look good, bro.
Right now I have such straight lines because it's fresh, you know?
Yeah. That's gonna be a thick mop. I can't wait.
Oh yeah, you can see like that's like look at all that. That's all hair.
So
you promised 1 year.
Like this was all hair that wasn't even here before.
I know. I can't wait.
I still got some scabs here that I gotta wait to come off, but the rest is all good.
Hey,
and then the back too.
You promised you wouldn't cut your hair for 1 year.
Yeah, I won't cut the top. The top I'll leave for a year.
Okay, so it's December 7th. So
it's just gonna be out of control.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's just gonna be like
I got the surgery done on the 28th, so we'll go from December 1st.
December 1st. Yeah.
We'll go December to December, yeah.
I wonder what it's gonna look like. Just gonna throw right out.
Yeah, I just right before this I trimmed my sides down because my sides were getting longer than my top now. So I looked hilarious. So I just like trimmed the sides and like faded my beard in a bit, but I looked like an old man before because I was like, okay, I can't go on the podcast like this.
You should have left it, man.
I just got the scabs off today. This was all a big ring of scabs until this morning.
There's a lot going on today. You got back from a trip. Fucking Mike just got back from a trip.
Yeah.
I kind of want to reverse the order of the podcast today, but there's so much to talk about now. I don't know. I was gonna do all the questions first. There was a lot of questions I wanted to get to, but
well, why don't we do the questions first and maybe it'll just lead into the conversations, yeah.
Well, yeah, I thought, yeah. All right, let's just
Where the fuck is Lauzon? Why is this guy always late?
He's got kids, man. He's got kids. And he's probably all proud of himself. He choked me out a couple times today, so he's probably feeling pretty good. Okay. No, fuck the questions. Who cares? We'll get to the questions in a minute. Who wants to go first? Because Mike, you were on a 4-day relaxational. Like, did you do anything cool or just sit on the beach and just fucking chill and recover from working so hard?
I just did a lot of sitting on the beach and like flopping around the ocean like a wounded manatee. I literally just flop around and like flounder in the shallow part of the ocean. I just stand there for like hours.
Yeah. I would probably do the same thing.
Everyone I was with was like, "Why are you're so aquatic?" I was like, "Yeah, it's the only time in life I feel light."
Yeah,
And I'm just like floating in water.
I know that feeling so much. Fuck.
It's so nice.
with all the shark fucking videos I've been seeing lately, though, I'm only going in like 2 feet of water. I'm not going.
Well, the water's so clear there you can see out like 10 feet ahead of you. There's no way someone's getting.
Yeah. So 4 days in Turks. Was it hard to take a vacation? Because I know you're like working constantly. So was it hard to like break away, or did you just need it because you haven't been so long?
No, it kind of came up, and I was like, I never fucking say yes to these things, so I was like, let's do it. And my birthday was kind of coincided with it because it was last night, so I was like, oh, fuck it. I never been away for my birthday, so
yeah.
Usually I've been working for my birthday, so.
You told me it's been a long time since you've been on vacation. How long has it been?
Oh, I was thinking about it. It's probably like last time I went on a real like vacation like that was probably 2016, 17.
Like you've been away a lot, obviously, for work.
Yeah, but like not like something where it's just
relaxation.
I'm not doing. There's nothing attached to it. Like there's no
yeah
like event or some type of work thing.
So is it going to be another 15 years before you go anywhere, or are we going to go? We're going to.
No, I'm ready to go. You guys let me know.
We broke the seal now. He's ready to go again.
Yeah, ready to go.
There he is.
Hey, Paul.
Guys. Hey, guys.
I was just telling Mike that you're probably late because you're all proud of yourself for tapping me out a couple times today.
I did. I got you. I tried transition. I got Fouad in a choke when he tried to block one of my moves.
He's like, I don't need to be on fucking time. I'm better than them. I'm above them.
Come on when I want to come on, you fuckers. Choke you guys out at will.
You know, there's something I never realized about fighting, but these jiu-jitsu guys, the terminologies, they'll eat a choke. So like a guy will get him in a choke and they'll try and hold on for as long as possible before tapping out.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that. I didn't think it was something you could kind of like get through. I thought it was something like once it's in, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But a lot of these guys will like try and like get through it and find a way to get out of it.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that. So today Paul got me in a fucking choke.
Yeah.
It's like holding on for fucking dear life, and he's reefing on my fucking jaw. I'm like,
finally.
I was trying to snake my fingers under his chin.
I'm holding on for dear life. I'm breathing through a fucking straw, and he's like just grinding my fucking jaw.
Start slapping your stomach.
Pig belly. Give him a pig belly.
I figure it's go ahead.
Well, when Fouad had me today, he had both my arms pinned and he's choking me and I can't tap because both my arms are pinned. So I'm like just dying. I'm like, what?
What's the matter, Paul? Can't tap? Huh? What's the matter?
I can see
to tap for 5 minutes.
I can see him. He was trying to say tap, but he couldn't say it because I was choking him. So I'm like, you got to say it. I'm not stopping until you say it. Anyways, we were just talking about Mike being away on an awesome vacation.
Yeah, happy birthday, Mike.
Where is Turks?
Thank you. I don't know. It's like
Is it
I think
Caribbean?
it's closest to Dominican, and it's close to Haiti. Like sandwiched in between those two.
Okay. Paul, the capital?
Turks and Caicos. Got me on that one. Okay. I know the capital of Bahamas.
I know the capital of a different country. Yeah, happy birthday, Mike. How old are you?
43.
43.
Young man.
Yeah,
it's crazy that you and Melissa have the same birthday, exactly 10 years apart. Because she's 33, you're 43, so you're 1980 and 1990, same day.
Another coincidence with birthdays.
Yeah.
What did you do for Melissa's birthday? Anything good?
Well, I can't really do a whole lot because I have my head full of scabs, but I got her the trip that I told you guys about.
Yeah. Did you take her anywhere, or just give her the trip and like go back to watch TV?
Yeah, here you go. Bye.
We're going somewhere soon. So anyway,
I'll book anything in May.
Made like a nice breakfast at home, and then like did stuff throughout the day, and then ordered food in at night, and like had like some sushi and shit, and chilled at night, and watched the movie and stuff.
Yeah. Is that your is that? Sometimes I feel guilty about that. Is that your guys' favorite thing to do?
What?
Stay home.
I don't know, man. Sometimes I just like to like. It used to be like.
Look, in my head, like if I had the scabs off yesterday,
yeah, we would have gone out to a restaurant 100%. But I literally had a massive bar of scab on my head and on the back. No, but that's what I'm asking. So it used to be like I really like to go out to a nice dinner,
Oh
But,
yeah, I still
but as I get older, I'm like, you know what? I just like to order good food and like be home.
yeah, it depends. Like where we live, it's pretty limited options in terms of how good of food you can order. So like sometimes it's nice if it's a good event, you want to eat like really good food, not like medium grade sushi and like stuff like that or pizza. You're best to just go out. But if it's last night we found some good sushi and we ordered, sat here, then ate some fucking desserts. Courtney sent her in the mail. Chris and Courtney sent her a big thing of flowers and then sent her a box of like little cheesecakes and cookies and shit like that. So we ate the food and then we just like pigged out on fucking ice cream and cookies and cheesecake and shit.
How fat are you now that you haven't been able to work out?
I'm actually, man, it's like I feel like I'm smaller and leaner. It's weird.
Why can't you work out?
Because
Body's relaxed.
Yeah, but what's it with the hair? Why can't you
Isn't
work
it
out?
the sweat or no?
Yeah. So, well, in the initial phase, until the scabs are off and the hairs are rooted, obviously you don't want to do anything that's going to like come through there and shock the hair follicle so that it doesn't root. Like if you're spiking your blood pressure too much or sweating through the follicle, and obviously risk of infection too. If you're opening up those pores by sweating while it's still kind of an open wound, your risk of infection's higher. And then anything that just like really drives your blood pressure up, like heavy exertion, can just be like a little bit of a shock to those follicles before they're like really, really like cemented in there,
So how long is that?
It's they said a month, but it varies so much. Like if you talk to some clinics, they'll say 10 days, some say 2 weeks, some say a month. I think in terms of like fear of actually fucking the hair up, you're probably good at 2 weeks. I think from 2 weeks to 4 weeks is like you're just at like a very, very minimal risk of increased infection, but not actually like making the hair fall out per se, But I think if you train and you just shower right away after, I think it's more of one of those things they kind of need to say to cover their back end of like, hey, don't train for a month, nothing that's going to cause crazy,
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like if you look, like those hairs are fucking like that's real hair, like rooted in my head, like it's literally in my head now,
Yeah.
Like it's not like I can shampoo my hair now and like live normally, like sleep on a pillow and all that. So like, what's sweating or working out? It's not going to just all of a sudden fall out,
Yeah,
So,
right. Gotcha.
How jealous are you of that hairline?
Well, that's full. I like that.
Can I look at that, Ian? If you could lean forward.
Yeah, that's gonna be something else when it grows in.
I'm taking the hair out of my back. I don't care. Fuck it. Take the hair.
Yeah, so
yo, we saw a guy there that had done a fucking beard transplant.
That's what they told me to do.
Really?
No. The other way. They transplanted onto his face.
What?
Oh, he couldn't grow a beard?
Yeah, so he got a beard.
Why would you want a beard that bad?
Bro, I can tell you that this is not comfortable, and having them do this on your fucking face. I'm like, dude, I don't know how this guy did that.
Did he get a mustache too?
He got the full see how these little dots are like this, where they literally are drilling little individual holes. They did his entire fucking face.
Ooh, brutal.
Imagine wanting a beard that bad. I couldn't fucking.
But like this turns into a massive scab. Imagine this being one massive
your
scab.
whole face.
Trying to eat, like how tight that would be. You're trying to open your mouth. It's like,
oh god, yeah.
Oh.
I can't imagine like needing a beard that bad. I wouldn't care.
I'm surprised he can't grow on his own.
No, there's people that can't grow like a full beard. It's like either it's really patchy or like whatever. Like there's some people that just don't grow. Like I think Asians don't grow great beards.
No.
Yeah, I've never seen a good.
Sorry, a lot of Southeast Asians.
Yeah. So yeah, he had got his fucking full, like he had all like the little dots, like red dots, his whole fucking face.
Oof.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Mike, would you get your beard done if you couldn't grow a beard?
No.
No, even
I wouldn't do any of that shit. I'm good.
Mike, do you feel old?
Yeah, funny enough, I did this thing. It's called it's like your epidemiology or something other age where you like spit in a fucking tube.
Oh yeah.
I've heard of that.
I think it's bullshit, but whatever. Anyway, so I did it because
I think it's bullshit that he's going to say.
Wait, what is it? What is?
I hold it to say you were.
I've never heard of this.
so I did it.
98 years old.
No, I did it, and you spit in 2 tubes, and like you cap, like you break off the thing and screw it and send it back, and so it sends you back. Like it says it's going to tell you like what you should stay away from, what you're deficient in, all this shit, right, to help you. It just sends back to me. Your age is 49.
And no recommendations for anything.
You're like, and I'm like, so I wrote the guy. I'm like, is that it? He's like, Yeah, I'm like, you don't recommend anything for that? Fucking 7 years older than I actually am.
Wow.
He's like, yeah, well, there's things you can do. I'm like, yeah, well, I just paid you $300, so what are they?
Yeah.
Like, fuck me, man.
Isn't that what Dana White did? And that's what got him on this new
He
health
probably
kick?
did that. He probably did one that's legit. I don't know.
Yeah. Yours sounds like it's bullshit, Mike.
Oh yeah, mine's bullshit because mine should say I'm 60. Like I got a fake hip and a fake shoulder. I'm way older than 43 inside.
I've never even heard of this thing.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Can you do it around here anywhere?
You gotta
They send it off to China.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's gotta be legit then.
It's like getting a 23andMe, you know?
Yeah. God,
Paul,
China. Anyway,
Paul,
moving on.
Paul showing his
China.
Paul showing his racism.
That's not racist. That's just
by accident.
His inner Trump just came out. China, they're everywhere.
yeah.
No, seriously though, do you feel any different?
No, not really.
Because I started to feel different after I hit 40.
Yeah?
Yeah. I
think I have a little better perspective on stuff now.
Yeah, you're wiser.
Like the old,
that for sure. That for sure.
I don't know if I don't know if wiser is the word, but perspective's probably a better word. See things from like a distance more. Like, okay, what am I doing?
Yeah. You don't mess me up. When I turned 40, my dad came and saw me for my birthday, and he was like, yeah, you look good for 40, Paul. He's like, but wait till you hit 50. You're going to feel different at 50. Your body's going to feel way different. And it stuck in my head for 10 years, and he was fucking right. When I turned 50, I can't get out of my head the last 2 years now.
Yeah, but we can all attest to it. For me anyway, I'm pretty sure I've heard Ian say this too. Every 5 years, you feel a little different. Like for me at 30, bodybuilding became a slight challenge, just some little things going on. Then at 35, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm tearing some shit. Then at 40, I'm like, okay, I gotta stop. I can't do this anymore.
Like I remember in my mid to late 20s, I could go in the gym and like I barely need any warm up. My knees were fresh, my elbows were good. As you get older, it's like, man, if I go in the gym now, like I need a fucking 30-minute warm up. I'm doing like shoulder shit and like fucking, like
dude, I was just in California with Sam. We're like training chest. He's like, I'm like, what are you gonna start with? He's like, oh, we'll start with some incline press. I'm like, all right. So we get on the incline bench. He's like 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, 4 plate. I'm like, I got to go by quarters, man.
Yeah.
And now I would go like 1 plate, 1 1/4, 2 1/4, and then maybe work at 3. Before I'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
And I do like 2 reps. I'd be like 1 plate, rack, 2 plate, rack, 3 plate.
It's funny, Mike said that though, Mike, that you said that because I did notice a shift. And I think Paul can attest to this. I noticed a shift in my personality at 40. Yeah. You start to like, I noticed a little less ego at 40.
Yeah.
But I think that also maybe coincided with the podcast because I feel like the more people you talk to, the less important you feel. Because there's other people that either know more than you do or are better than you at something, or like, and it kind of it humbles you a little bit. So I don't know if it's the age or the podcast or a combination of the two.
You get a little softer too as you get older.
Well, I think that's just a lack of steroids.
That, and also I think because when you're young, you don't really have anything, so you don't care.
Yeah, but I think that also goes and relates back into the ego.
Yeah.
I think a little bit of his aggression came from a little bit of like ego and insecurity like that, where that's kind of like, you're like, I don't care as much,
Yeah. But I do think when you're on a bunch of gas,
100%.
Yeah.
You just don't have the right frame of mind for anything.
Yeah.
You have no, as Mike would say, perspective.
Especially if you're already someone with like a little bit of a short fuse, it just makes it go like,
Another thing I noticed as I got older, when I tried to like take a little bit more juice than just my regular TRT, as I've gotten older, it's a lot more harder to handle mentally.
It fucks with your head.
I get more moody than I used to when I was younger.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I
don't think that happened to me.
Wait, this is the thing. No, this is a question. Do you think it makes you more moody, or do you think it's now that, like they said, you have more perspective and you are more self-aware of that you're moody? I think when we are younger, you just think like, nothing really affects me. I'm good, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And you are moody, but like you're not self-aware enough to realize you're a fucking idiot.
I think Ian's
right. You can realize small nuances in your personality better because you know yourself better,
I think Ian's 100% right because
I think that's what it is.
No, you know why? Because now if I'm an asshole to you, Paul, like before we're like on our way to the gym or something, I'm like, fuck, man, I was really a dick to him.
Before you
like,
care.
Before I didn't give a fuck. I was
Before you
like,
didn't care at all.
Fuck it.
Yeah, he
Are
deserved
you
it.
gonna cry about it?
Yeah.
Or if you're feeling like a little anxious or depressed or like weird
Yeah.
about something, you're a lot more attuned to it and can like kind of pinpoint where it's coming from. Versus when you're younger, you're like, I'm just stressed out, you know? Like,
well, and you also made an excuse for yourself in the past. You're like, whatever, it's part of my career. I'm fucking on steroids. Like, whatever. Everybody else has got to deal with it.
Yeah.
You just expect everybody to deal with it.
Yeah.
So then I think as you get older, I think also because it's not my career anymore, so I don't expect people to deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't have an excuse anymore to be a fucking dick. It's not like, you know what I mean? Or I don't really think it's an excuse anyway, but at least you can get away with it.
Yeah.
And then I think now it's not like Summer would leave me or you would disown me as a friend, but you just have you feel like you have more of a guilt or a self-awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes with age.
Yeah.
You get out of the car, you're like, Paul, you're not gonna be a pussy about what I said to you, are you?
I think
Don't make me
also-
feel bad, man.
I also think it's natural as you get older, you get a little more like empathetic and like aware of like how things can affect people, you know?
Yes,
For sure.
Like you have a little more understanding of like human nature and like you've been through more things and seen like how things affected you and see people go through things where when you're young, you really haven't experienced much. So you don't really have like a sense of empathy to the same degree. I think as you get older, you kind of like develop that. So you can be like, hey, like maybe if someone said that to me, I might feel a little funky. I should probably ask me if like that upset him, you know?
Well, I think it's all about going through experiences.
That's
Like
what I'm saying.
yeah,
you build that as you go through time, you know?
Yeah.
When you're young, you haven't experienced shit. You don't know what anybody thinks about anything, you know?
Yeah, you don't care. You don't care.
So
Unless you were raised with like insanely empathetic parents that like really like taught you this stuff, you're not going to know that in your like teens and early 20s and 30s, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Iain, you went to Dubai first before the hair thing. How was Dubai?
It was good. I mean, you've been there, you know what it's like.
I know. I mean, did you enjoy it as much as me? Like, did you have a blast or what?
It's very clean. It's very expensive. It's very cool, you know?
What'd you do there other than go to the mall?
Well, okay. So we got in the one day we got in like late in the middle of the night. So we like just got a hotel near the airport and everyone else got in the next afternoon. We went to the hotel and that day what did we do that day? We just like, we stayed at a sick resort. We stayed at the Royal Atlantis.
I've seen that. Yeah.
The big Atlantis, the new one on the
Yep.
Palm Island.
Yep.
So that was like a fucking crazy resort, obviously. And that first day, I think we just chilled. We went out and got some dinner that night, went to like a nice restaurant. Dom took us some nice restaurants. The second day, I think we did the expo. We were there for a couple hours, then went to dinner that night, went to the mall for a bit. One day, Melissa and I rented some Sea-Doos. Like
Nice.
went out to the Palm Island, just to the outside of the Palm Island, fucking ripped Sea-Doos around for a bit.
Yep.
That was fun. What else did we do other than that?
How was the show? The expo, was it big?
Yeah, it was like the size of. Like, do you remember back in the day, like when the year you won the first show you won Orlando, when Orlando used to have an expo? It was like a decent size, like bigger than Toronto Pro, but smaller than the Arnold. It was like that size.
That's cool.
So it was like maybe a little bigger than like an Orlando, like Europa back in the day, but like not like an Olympia or an Arnold Expo. But it was a good size for sure. And like all the big teams were there. Like, you know, I mean, Bonac, and I saw Dexter, I saw Andrew Jacked, I saw Blessing. I mean, Phil, all those guys were there. Hani was there. Everyone was there.
Yeah. Was it hard to get in and out of the Palms? Because the reason I didn't stay at that hotel was like, because they say all the traffic goes down that one lane.
Zero.
Really, eh?
None. The only traffic we got was on that like main drag through Dubai. That's just like the straight road with all the buildings on the side.
Yeah.
That was the only place you would ever get traffic. Once you get to the Palm Island, man, it was like none. And it's like a 4-lane road now, so there's no traffic out there.
Yeah. What's the fucking? Yeah, I guess you're in busy time too right now. Because I think more people go there in the wintertime.
Yeah, the resort was like the first day or two we were there, it seemed pretty quiet. And then like as it got closer to the weekend, it picked up. It honestly seems like people are like loaded enough. They like fly, go stay at the fucking Atlantis for the weekend, like go home, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, how's Turkey? Sorry for that.
Go ahead. No, it's okay. Go ahead.
What's Turkey? Is Turkey nice? Did you see much there?
I mean, we didn't see a ton of it, obviously, because we got in there one day. We were like at the hospital one day doing like blood work and an EKG, and then the next day we did the procedure, and then after that I'm like recovering from the procedure for 2 days, so I didn't like really leave the hotel room. My head was like bandaged up like crazy and shit.
Yeah, so you didn't get shit to see much there though.
No, we went on the first night we were there. They took us out to like one of these big like Turkish Ottoman Empire palaces, you know.
Yeah.
And we had like a private dinner in this like huge palace. It was pretty fucking sick.
Yeah.
The food there is excellent. But it's like very Eastern Bloc feeling there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like with those like, very like gray, like tall concrete high-rise buildings, and like everything's kind of very Eastern Bloc feeling. But Istanbul itself is very nice. Like a lot of cool stuff. If you're into like walking around seeing history shit, there's a lot of cool stuff there. It's a nice city. But I mean, no, it was a good trip for sure. They put us up in a sick hotel, and there was a lot of stuff to do around there.
They roll out the red carpet for you guys,
bruh. And then some.
Really?
They literally. This was the most the most important I've ever felt in my life was on that trip there. Yeah.
Really?
Oh my god! Like literally anything we wanted to do, they wouldn't even let us do things. Like if I tried to like go shopping, they would pay for what you were shopping for. Like anything you want to do, they just like did. You know?
That's awesome.
Like, it was crazy. Great.
Yeah.
You know, they drove Chris and Dom like 2 hours across town in like their Mercedes Sprinter van so they could go look at watches. You know?
What the fuck?
And then I'm pretty sure they like gave them money to buy fucking watches. It was crazy. Like these guys were just like taking care. They just like whatever you you want to do it. They took care of it. Melissa got a hotel massage.
Still be there.
Yeah. Is this the owner? Is this the owners of the clinic? The owners of the hair clinic?
Well, Melissa, even one day when we were getting the hair done, she went down to the hotel, like gym spa area and got a massage. She went to pay on the credit card at the end of the massage, and they wouldn't even let her pay. They're like, no. Now Hair Time takes care of it all. We're like,
that's amazing.
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah. Any room service we paid for, anything, you know?
Oh, we needed Chris.
Yeah.
Hey,
We'll bring Sam. Bring Sam with us.
They messaged me too.
I'll bring you too.
Me first, okay?
We need an Ian that'll take care of us.
Yeah.
No, I can truly say like I would have got the procedure and some of the things I did get comped. But in terms of like the rolling out the red carpet, this was the Chris show 100%.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like it was
it, man. Go with the perks. Who gives a fuck? He's your brother-in-law.
Dude,
you trained him for all those years.
I took every single perk there was, man. That was
the
best
thing. If it was my brother-in-law, I'd be like, hey, where are we going next?
I'm bored. Where are we going?
Yeah. No, it was awesome, man. Though I mean, I can't say enough about. And this isn't like, look, I'm not getting paid by this company. I'll be completely honest. They comped my travel and the procedure. I'll be upfront with that. But like, I'm not getting paid commission if I like sell shit after the fact. But anyone that wants to do this, man, this place was fucking sick. Like they treat you like absolute gold. They're amazing at the procedure they do. Like they're so efficient and so professional at what they do. The clinic is beautiful. It's like definitely, for a procedure that's not like the most fun, they definitely made it like as good as it could be,
Yeah. Mike, are you eating Crustable?
Yeah, I saw that.
He's eating a few.
So I gotta ask you, how the fuck are you getting like Mike's almost, for those who don't know, because they can't tell because Mike's always in a baggy t-shirt, he's almost in like show shape.
Are you? Oh, I'm not, dude. That's fucking a bit much.
I have a photo on my phone. He's like, he looks like a men's physique competitor.
Yeah.
but bigger.
Yeah.
If he ate, the more manly, of course. The more manly, Mike.
Of course.
How are you getting away with eating shit every night and getting leaner and leaner? I need the secret.
Oh, guys, it's just genetics when it comes down to it. I tell you, there's really no answer. No. Honestly, you want to know what I did? To like lose a little bit of weight. Aside from certain protocols I did, which I won't talk about, I don't want to promote it. But I just stopped eating. If I am the type of person, if I just like cut my carb intake down even to like a quarter less than it was, my body responds. So if I stop being as much of a fat ass, things start to happen.
I'm the same way.
And then I push that not being a fat ass a little more, and I'm like, okay. And I do an hour of cardio a day regardless of whether I'm eating.
I was just gonna ask you, you're doing an hour a day?
But
I do an hour at the gym and I walk an hour at night.
But you've done that for a long time, right?
Yeah.
So is it just steady state? You're just doing like the elliptical, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'll do elliptical, but usually I've just been doing treadmill because the treadmill, I found like since I had my hip replaced, the walking is like, it feels a lot better for me. Like when because I know you guys know, you're not like everyone knows, like the ellipticals we have at the gym I'm at, they do adjust like height wise. So you can like range up higher. Yeah. But it's still not, like everyone knows, it's still not like a complete stride.
Yeah.
No matter what you do. So like when my hip, I get in these like weird I just feel like I'm not moving my leg as much as I should. My feet start going fucking like weird, and I'm like, fuck this shit. So I just
it's like if like walking was on a Smith machine. That's like what the it's like a fixed pattern, but it's walking. You know?
So like when you're on the treadmill walking, what is it, like 3 miles per hour, 3.5 miles per hour? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I'll put it on like an incline of like nothing crazy, like 3 or 4, and then I'll probably get up to like 3.5.
Paul's face.
My run's 3.8.
When you said
when I did my stress test, they put me up, and I was like, they got me up to like, I told you guys I was up to almost like 20 minutes on there, and they're like, okay, we gotta go a little faster. And I was like, if you go any faster, I don't have to run. And they're like, no, you won't. You'll be able to speed walk. And as soon as they put it up, I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go flying off the back of the fucking thing.
When
I'm looking at the girl, I'm like, what's my heart rate gotta go to? She's like, this has to get to 88 or 86. I'm like, I was like, I hit it, do it. And she's like, get off. I'm like, oh, put it in there.
When you said I don't get on too big of an incline, only 3 or 4, Paul's face went like this.
I do like 1. I do 1. I thought 3 or 4.
That's like
I thought the same thing.
I did an hour of cardio when I was at the resort. Like every day I wake up and just go. And so Kat did it with me. She was walking on 12 for an hour.
What the fuck?
At like 3.2 or 3.5 ish.
Jeez.
Like an hour on 12. So I was looking up her. I'm like, what are you doing? She's
girls are such so crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we gotta bump our cardio up a little bit.
Up our cardio game, good. Thought my 3.8 sprint was pretty good.
All right.
I haven't trained in a while. The one thing I've just been craving is just to I just want to be able to run, you know?
Yeah, you haven't done shit in a while, eh?
I haven't done anything in a while, man. Like the last time I trained was like one of the second last day in Dubai. So I mean, even that's been 2 weeks almost, you know?
I got to get your guys' opinion. There's a competition January 20th in Toronto. Do you guys think I should do it?
What?
There's a competition. A jiu-jitsu competition.
What's the competition? Oh god, I thought you were like, what?
You can't.
Huh?
You can't. We're going to UFC then.
Yeah, but it's during the day.
It's what?
During the day.
I mean, then do it 100%.
Think I should?
I'll come watch.
Of course,
I'll be there.
Okay, but if I lose, you guys can jump in.
Check his ass out.
You're good.
You think I should do it?
Who do you like? Who's the opponent?
This is the thing. So we're looking at it today. Like Travis, our coach, is showing me. He's like, okay, there's one January 20th in Toronto. I go, okay. I go, who am I going against? He's like, well, there's no master's class, but he's like, there's a 30 and over. So there's like 4 guys in the 30 and over. So we start looking at the guys that are 30 and over that are doing it. They all have like 12 and 13 wins. I'm like, what the fuck?
First train in 2 months. No fights yet.
No, don't do that, man. You got to find someone with like less.
But they're white belts. He's like, dude, I know they got wins, but they're white belts. He's like,
yeah, so fuck them up.
He's like, you can do. He's like, you can do this.
Have you done any jiu-jitsu rolling with any like white belts of that level?
We did a live round last week or the week before. I think Paul was it the week.
How was it?
You've done it twice now.
Yeah, I did. The first one was after like 4 sessions.
Yeah,
the last one was pretty good. The last one was pretty good. It was kind of like a stalemate.
So you don't think you're like out of your depth and fucking give her? Yeah.
No, he's definitely not.
My coach is like, he's like, look, skill wise you can do it, but your gas tank is shit.
That's the biggest thing. 5
so
minutes.
Like, what you really now between now and January, you just got to be getting the fucking road work in. Just
he told me he's like, we got 6 weeks. He's like, if you treat it like you used to treat your shows, he's like, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you could improve your cardio so much in 6 weeks, man.
Yeah. So I thought it'd be cool because I'm like, we're all going to be in Toronto anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Ben's going to be here too. So everybody can come and watch me get my ass kicked. And then we can go and I can drown my sorrows in a bunch of alcohol and mushrooms.
Oh, why don't you get in there?
I'll get my nose operated on Monday.
He's like, I gotta do this all by myself. This motherfucker's leaving.
I'm going to be on the shelf.
Where's the competition? Where's the competition?
It's in Toronto. I don't know what venue it's at. I'll have to find out.
But is that a BJJ like school?
Yeah. I don't think it's at a school. It's a tournament. Yeah.
Wow.
It's probably at like a college or something.
Why does your camera keep doing that? That's the second I've done that.
I don't know. Whatever. Oh, there we go.
Oh, you're gone.
Oh, battery was low.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have to switch this shit. What happened?
As long as you don't give us that other fucking weird angle, I don't like that.
You don't like this
No.
angle?
Yeah. I can't talk to you like that.
I don't like this at all.
What's wrong with you? You don't like this angle?
No,
I feel like
I'm
Don't
looking
get-
down on you.
But I feel like
I've literally talked to you like 600 hours on that other view. So for this is very weird for me to change it.
There you go.
it's not. My camera's fucked. I'm gonna have to get a new camera.
No, you're good.
You're going with this for today.
All right, fine.
This
I'll
is
change your seat.
this is like it makes you feel like you're in the room with me.
I don't like it.
It's more intimate.
It's more intimate, right?
It feels like you're between my legs right now.
I think we
That's
should
what it
all
looks like to
angle
me.
ourselves like
You're between my
Feels like
legs.
you're in my guard, Fouad.
everybody get in
Feel
the
like right
corner
here
of
right
the
now.
screen. So we're like sitting in a circle.
You like my Christmas tree?
Oh, that's nice.
Everybody move to the side. Let me see your Christmas tree. My wife has been bugging me for like fucking a month. Can you get the Christmas tree?
You didn't put it up yet, Fouad?
No, I got to do it today. She's really angry.
I got mine out last week.
Hey, yours is all colorful and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who did it? You didn't do it, did you?
Melissa did it.
See, Melissa's
Just
got
the lights. Just the lights are on. There's no ornaments on yet. It's just the lights.
yeah, but Melissa's got a little bit of flair. Summer's like, no, I want all white lights.
We've always actually funny. We've only ever done all white lights until this year, and then we like had a string like this, and we put it on, and looks kind of nice. So we left it. We're gonna do it like this year. I like it better with the colors. It's more nostalgic for sure.
Yeah,
like,
I know. I'm gonna
color.
talk Summer into the colors this year. That's it.
We also have a tree here, and then did I tell you guys?
What?
Dylan moved out of my basement.
No way.
Oh, really?
Congratulations.
You got your
Yeah.
house back.
He moved out 3 days ago.
Okay. How long was he there for?
Are we allowed to talk about this like
7
openly?
years, 7 or 8 years.
7 or 8 years.
He moved with us from our last home to this one. Yeah.
I didn't know it been that long. Holy shit.
Yeah. It was since like at least 2016, 2015, 16.
Ready to go make it on his own now?
Yeah, well, he moved. Him and his girlfriend got a place together, so he moved
okay.
out.
How's Melissa feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, she's very happy to have the space back. Like we have a beautiful basement with like a big area, like huge living room, a gym room, a second bed, another bedroom, a third bedroom down there, another full bathroom, like which he's lived and used. So it's like nice to have that back. And like I told you guys, Melissa's family, like Chris, Courtney, and Melissa's parents are all coming here for Christmas.
Yeah.
So like have that extra space for like Chris and Courtney to have their own bathroom, own bedroom down there. It's very nice. So, and the living room, what I was getting to is we have the second living room down there where we have like the nice fireplace and a big living room with my big TV. So now we're going to put like the real, like the Christmas tree that we put presents under downstairs.
Yeah.
That one might be white lights, but like that'll be the real tree. And this is like the upstairs, like cutesy tree.
How did the conversation come about? Was it you or Melissa?
No, it was neither. It was Melissa, he had said that he was going to be probably house sitting for one of her family friends all of January and February. And he's like, and if I leave to house sit, he's like, I just won't come back kind of thing. So I'm like, just letting you guys know, I might go in January. And she's like, okay, well, I was meaning to have this conversation anyways. Like, I think we're getting to that time. And he's like, yeah, I could feel that. I want to get going too. And, him and his girlfriend were getting serious. But they wanted to buy a place together. But I think her dad was pretty adamant on like, please, just for me, like at least rent a place and live together for like 6 months before you buy a house together.
Yes.
So they just found a place like kind of a little more rural from here, like 30, 40 minutes from here. And they're renting there. They got like a big property, it's like some nice space for them. He's like, likes having a big garage and like a little bit of land and stuff. So
yeah.
So they rented a place there. So he was like, but it was crazy. He literally didn't even tell me it was the day, my birthday. So the 27th, he's like, hey, I'm going to be going out December 1st. I'm like, oh, okay.
After 8 years.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
great.
it's nice, like, since he's been out. I mean, obviously I'll miss if he's a friend, but like, I didn't see him much anyways. Like he works a lot. And, like he never like really comes into our living space.
Mm-hmm.
But like we have a nice basement down there. So like it's, we've cleaned it all up now. And, the living room there, we went and bought a new couch. So we got a nice big sectional down there and put a new bed in the spare bedroom, cleaned it all up. So it's like ready for guests and stuff. So it's nice to have the space back.
No, it's nice to be able to do extra shit with your house, man. Like you guys see my house. We have like the basement's kind of like the hangout.
Yeah.
And upstairs is a little bit nicer. It's nice to have the extra space.
I have like a big basement too. Like,
are you taking us down there?
Yeah.
All right.
Paul's excited.
I'll see it.
All right. See what you got.
Yeah.
So like this is the living room area.
Nice.
Yeah, fireplace.
It looks bigger. It's bigger than it looks in this because that's a big section. We got the fireplace. I got that's a 90-inch TV. So it's
wow.
And then we have a gym in this room here.
Let's see it.
Like
Put that light on.
Treadmills, bikes, Pelotons,
Nice.
stuff.
Oh, cool, man.
And then this is all shoes here.
Jeez,
Jeez, fuck.
ridiculous.
I got a room just for my shoes.
Yeah.
And then I had this captain's chair, but it won't fit through the door into the fucking gym, so I don't know what to do with it.
Oh, the for like abs and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do your abs out there.
And then we have another hallway here with another bathroom with a full tub. And then
What's that room?
another full
bedroom
here.
It's very similar to my basement.
So, and this bedroom's like a pretty good size because that's a king bed.
Yeah.
So
You should make one of those rooms like a fucking recovery room. Put like an ice bath and shit in there, a sauna.
that would be nice. Yeah. I mean, this room with the like treadmill and stuff in it is pretty big room, so we could definitely fit that. So, but it's nice to have the space back. So we're gonna put another Christmas tree down here. So like this is the fireplace and stuff. So we'll put a tree down here and shit. And this couch, like we have this couch down here, but like his like dog and shit was on it. It's kind of gross. So we ordered a couch for that.
Hey, speaking of couches, I made a big fucking error and bought that. You guys know that couch downstairs I have?
Mhm.
I bought that shit online without like seeing it first, and I absolutely fucking hate it.
But I like that couch.
Oh, it's
Nice.
so fucking brutal, man. I
Why?
can't. It's not comfortable.
No? You get
It's
the
always-
extra wide cushions too, right?
It's always pushing you off
Oh,
instead of sinking into it like normal couches.
Yeah.
it
It's
like
always-
it like toothpastes you off it.
It's pushing you. Yeah, it's like wedging you off the couch. And I'm like, this
It's
is
always
boring.
encouraging me to stand up, which I hate.
Yeah.
I want to be sunken in there.
Or sit upright. You should get one of those ones like I got. Fouad. You can pull that piece out and it becomes like this huge
Yeah.
surface.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I want to
Oh, we
buy.
were looking at one of those today. It's like under the thing you pull it out.
Yep.
And it becomes
Yeah.
square.
Yep,
Yeah.
I love it for movie night.
Yeah, we were literally looking at that exact couch today at the Brick for the basement.
I love ours.
Well, I'll have to take recommendations from people. If anybody has any names of couches that are awesome, put them in the comment section. Because
You know what's nice too, though, Fouad, to get those couches that got the reclining individual seats.
You know what though?
You had one before.
I know, but I'm
I
a
get so sick of that shit.
I'm a lie
Yeah,
down.
really, eh?
I'm a
You're
lie down guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I'm more of
I-
a sit up guy.
I don't get the same comfort out of the recliner as I do of just laying across the
I
couch.
agree. I need to lay down.
I like to have my head up.
You know what's funny with the reclining couches? I'm always like when I'm at the store, I'm like, this is awesome. It's got a spot for your drink. It's got a USB port. It's
Yeah,
got
I
like
loved it.
it's got a compartment for your chips and shit. But
For chips. I don't know if that's what it's
Then
for.
you get home, you're like, I can only 5 minutes. No.
but I can't lay down. So I'm like, fucking, it only looks good in the store. I know I'm gonna hate it when I get home.
He can't lay on his side to eat 4 pizzas, you know?
Yeah, I'm telling. Hey, you guys know I was proven right. I showed
Yeah.
you guys a study. Laying down allows you to eat more food.
Yeah.
So, anyway, let's do some. Paul, do you have any news you want to cover before we
I'm
get
getting
in?
an operation on Monday.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. You're getting your nose fixed.
Yep, finally.
Is it going to get
What are they
smaller?
doing to it?
Smaller or bigger?
Some people say it gets bigger after. I got a deviated septum in my left nostril. It doesn't work too well.
I hope it gets bigger.
How'd that happen? How'd that happen?
Probably just for over time.
Just
Allergies.
age, just
Wear
age.
and tear, Mike. I got hay fever. So
That's weird. It's a very random thing to have happen to you.
very common. Very common. Very common
That's
procedure.
your left nostril. Why just the left, Paul?
The doctors don't really know. They were kind of dumbfounded by that. They the right one works fine. The left one, no, it doesn't work too good.
I'm sure they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been waiting for 4 years, and I finally got the call like a week and a half ago that they got a spot for me.
Well, I'm looking forward to it for you because I've seen you have panic attacks from not being able to breathe.
Yeah, those should go away. Hopefully,
You guys got to see a Paul panic attack, man. It's not.
they're ugly.
No, it's like I'm not making fun of him. Seriously, like I feel for him, and it's
Remember
like,
one night we were in Florida. I think at middle of the night I had one in the hotel rooms. I couldn't breathe.
Dude,
Fuck.
listen, Paul woke me up. So we're staying in the same room. We don't do that very often, but we stayed in the same room. Can't remember why, and I think we were hungover too, right? Wasn't it? Weren't we? or was
Yeah,
it-
we
it was-
were really
yeah.
hungover.
I'm super fucking hung. I think I'm still drunk. It's the middle of the night. I wake up and he's stomping his foot on the floor, holding the wall, going, Fouad, Fouad, Fouad. I jump out of bed. I'm like, what's wrong? And I hadn't been through this yet. It's like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And you can't open a window. You're in a hotel room. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck it. Let's go in the hallway, man. I'm like, I'm trying to do anything to help him. And
Yeah,
I'm trying to like talk him down. I'm like, don't worry, Paul. You're not going to die. I'm like, And he's just like, yeah, it's scary,
Yeah,
man. But
I
now,
hate it, man.
What is
now-
it? You can't breathe. You just can't breathe out of your nose.
So what happens to me sometimes, yeah. So sometimes I'll fall asleep, and I think what happens is during my sleep I stop breathing because I have these dreams. They're usually pretty vivid. Where during my I'm dreaming that I'm getting choked or I'm in an area where the air is cut off or something. So I wake up just gasping for air, and I can't catch my breath because I can't breathe too well through my nose. So it just leads to this like panic fucking domino effect for me. But
You really use a CPAP, eh?
I do, but I fucking hate it. Every night I wear it every night to bed, and every night I end up taking it off halfway through because I can't sleep,
we
or
both,
I go on my
yeah.
side and seal, comes
We've-
off or whatever.
we've both talked about this numerous times. Like we can't,
Yeah, we have to.
we've tried, me and Paul have both tried like every fucking mask known to man. Somebody will say, try this mask, try that mask. So I tried like
Tried
the
it.
full face. I tried the nostrils. I tried the fucking, I can't keep mine on either. He's
Yeah.
like,
So I'm hoping now with this surgery, because the biggest thing is when I slip on when I'm on my back, I can breathe okay, but when I go on my side, it instantly closes.
I find that,
So
isn't that usually the opposite though? Don't most guys have a trouble sleeping on their back?
Yeah.
I don't know, but for
Well,
me, that's the way it is.
I don't snore.
Their
period,
jaw
or-
slides back.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't snore or have any problems like that breathing unless I'm sleeping on my back.
Yeah. no,
Really, I don't know what it is for me, but for me, as soon as I go on my side, my nose closes, and then I breathe through my mouth, and I'm waking up every 10 minutes. So, but I'm hoping now with the surgery, my nose will stay open when I go on my side, and then I can hopefully sleep better.
Do you think your nose issue is the same issue you have when you're doing cardio? Because sometimes, like Paul will have these panic attacks. Sometimes, like at jujitsu, also, or if like, I remember you said to Jamie. Remember Jamie, Jamie Johal, Big Jamie.
Yeah.
Said he had the same thing. He said he would
Yeah.
get like panic attacks sometimes in the middle of training.
I knew a guy too well, and I'd always get anxiety training with legs with you back when you're in your prime, especially anyways. So then throw the breathing problem on top of it. Sometimes
But
it would
do you
just be
think-
worse.
What I'm asking though is, do you think when they fix your nose, you think you'll still have that during training, or you think it'll be?
I don't
okay?
think so, because that's part of it. Like I'm trying to breathe, but it's
Yeah.
very difficult to breathe through my nose.
Yeah.
And so I think that's part of it. I think it's just all that shit gets in my head, and I just get myself worked up.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, man. The shitty part is you're going to be out for like a month.
No, not that long. The first week's gonna be a little bit rough, and after that, I got to keep these stents in my nose for 10 days.
I thought you
Once
weren't
the
allowed
stents come
to.
out,
I thought you weren't allowed to train for 4 weeks or whatever.
no, he said 2 weeks I can get back to training. He said just
Hmm.
go slow, just don't
Mhm.
get your blood pressure too high for the first couple of weeks, and then he said no MMA for a little while though, because if I get bumped in the nose, it's gonna mess it up.
Yeah.
But he said no, you can go back to training after about 2 weeks. Just start slow, don't get your blood pressure too high, and don't go too crazy with cardio till about 4 weeks.
So don't get your blood pressure too high is like, does that mean just cardio only? Like
I think he just meant like don't like exert yourself, like don't be doing crazy squats or
super
leg pressing.
lightweight machine shit,
Yeah,
probably.
stuff
Yeah.
where you probably get a lot of pressure built up, and sinuses and that.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for you, man. I hope it.
Yeah, thanks.
I hope
Yeah.
it fucking works.
Thanks.
Before we go on, I just want to say, the trip to California,
Yeah, how was that?
dude. I never seen a reception for somebody like this in my life.
Crazy, eh?
I'm sure you've witnessed it being on Chris, but I've never
I mean,
witnessed it.
I sent the story to Chris, and I was like, "This fucking guy," and he was like, "Man, that must be a couple thousand people. That's an impressive fucking line, you know?"
There was at least 2,000 people there. This is the craziest part. So I'm pulling up, and like me and Ben know what's up. Like me and Ben know that all these people are there for Chris. So it's like we were under no illusion.
For
that-
Sam.
or for Sam, sorry. So the funny thing is, we get close to the store, and I could see the line, because the line is super fucking long, but it's also like 3 or 4 people deep.
It's wide, yeah.
Yeah. So I can see the people. So I'm like, so I slow down a bit. We're driving like a Suburban, and Sam's sitting in the rear right passenger seat. So I roll his window down.
Sorry to interrupt. Is this the first time he's done a thing like this?
This is the first meet and greet he's done.
Okay, yeah.
So I roll down the rear passenger seat window, and the people see him in the car, and it was like a wave at a baseball game. Everybody as the car rolled by around the building. Yeah, all the hands, Sam, they're all screaming, and the hands are going up. I'm like, oh my God.
That's awesome.
And it was fucking crazy. I parked the car, and we get out. They had security at the store, so the security runs to the car to like be around him.
So they knew how big it was going to get.
They had people camping out there the night before.
Yeah.
Really? Oh my
There was
God.
people there that were there at 11 p.m. the night before.
I saw a guy in the story tagged that he said worth the 14-hour wait, and he had got there the night before. Yeah.
Wow.
So we get out, people start leaving the line and rushing towards Sam. It was just, I'd never seen anything like it, man. And I'll tell you guys this. I've never seen anybody with this kind of work ethic. That fucking kid stood there
Tough today.
12 o'clock p.m. he started. He did not sit down. He didn't take a piss. He didn't eat a meal. Didn't do shit for 8 hours. And we stayed there for an extra 4 hours till every single person got seen.
Wow.
It was fucking I kept asking him like every hour. I'd go up to him, and I'm not doing shit. Like, people are all there for Sam. I go up to him every hour. I'm like, Sam, you need something, man? You need a drink? You need food? You need like, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. You're just smiling, shaking hands.
Wow.
Like, the only time he sat down, because we had photos there for him to sign. The only time he sat down was to sign. He'd sign like a stack of photos at a time to like hand out to people. So he'd sign like a stack and then he'd stand back up. That was the only time he sat down. I'm like, and this is the other crazy part. I've seen people like we used to stand at a booth for like 5-6 hours. So I've seen people stand there that long, but his energy level and the first hour was the same at the fucking last hour. He wasn't like faded and like barely smiling. Like, he was solid the whole way through. So yeah, it was super fucking impressive anyway. But the weekend was good. We took him to Gold.
How you and Ben rode the bikes? That was nice, eh?
Yeah, but before we get into
I
that,
had such FOMO. I was watching that. I'm like, fuck, I fucking wish, man. I was so jealous.
we're gonna go back. We're gonna have a blast.
Fucking jealous of that. Yeah.
We took him to Gold's on Friday, which was a super disappointment. That gym has turned into like,
It's
Really?
it's so commercial, dude. It's like you can't get like the equipment there is all weird, and like the feeling in there is like, it doesn't feel like Gold's gym.
Really?
Yeah. It's not like it used to be. No.
Did you guys go to Firehouse?
Went to Firehouse after. That was pretty good. And then we took him where we did go that I liked was I wanted to take him to Metroflex Long Beach. Now that's a fucking gym.
That's a gym. Yeah.
They moved locations, but they kept all the same shit and the same feel in there. That gym, that's a fucking gym. All old school equipment. They got some new equipment. There's like flags hanging from the rafters. There's murals all over the wall. Like, there's a fucking MMA cage in the middle of the fucking gym. Like, it just had a really, really like good feel in there. So, but even that place, we went there. A couple people saw Sam. They recognize him. Next thing you know, people are showing up. It's like these guys called their friends and they're like, Sam's here. So like, people are showing up.
Wow, man.
People are showing up to meet him. I'm like, holy fuck. So it was wild. It was fucking wild. I never seen anything like it. But yeah, on Sunday, so Sam and Matt, the videographer, they left. They went home. Ian, we can do this anywhere. I didn't realize this. I don't have to trailer my bikes anywhere.
You rented them.
That Eagle Rider place, they have locations all over the world.
Yeah.
So we can just go wherever the fuck we want and just rent motorcycles. It was $500.
Let's just go. We'll go to like the Grand Canyon, do that.
Yeah.
Whole
Yeah.
Right up.
Yeah, it was $500 for 2 bikes. I'm like, what the
For
fuck?
how long? For the day.
For one day?
For one day. So me and Ben rode up the Pacific Coast Highway. And then the second day we rode, and then we stayed we rode up the Pacific Coast Highway, rode back at night. And then I was so tired. I'm like, we're trying to find a hotel. So we find the Fairmont, which I'd never heard of, but it was like $700 a night.
Yeah.
I was like,
Presidential suite.
I was like, you know what, Ben, I'm too tired to leave and try and find a hotel. We're staying here. So we got a couple rooms and just fucking stayed there. Got like fucking room service, just fucking bomb.
That's it.
And then the next day we rode all the way up and down Sunset Boulevard, which is all twisty and shit. And like,
That's it.
Yeah.
and you can lane split in California. I didn't know that.
Yep.
So we're like just cruising right between cars. Like the
Really?
whole, it was fucking, yeah, it was bad.
Why the road's extra wide or something?
No,
No, just
No.
certain states have the law, some don't. You know,
Oh,
it was fucking scary and fun as fuck. We're just like zipping through cars, right?
it was nice. You had like a bike similar to yours.
Yeah, I had a road glide.
Yeah.
And Ben had a Heritage or something like that, which is
Yeah,
similar
that's-
to a road glide. Yeah. But Ben got a ticket. So,
I saw, like right at the beginning, like 30 minutes in. Eh?
so we get in, we're doing like 85 at a 50 or something like that. And we're zipping between cars. And I look at my rearview mirror and all I see is fucking lights and Ben's getting pulled over. So I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm not stopping. So I keep going, keep going. And then I pull over like, I don't know, a couple hundred yards down the road. And I'm like, what am I going to do here? I got to fucking, so I pull a U-turn and I ride back. And I'm riding back and I see Ben and Ben sees me and he's just got his head down. And I'm laughing as I ride by. I pull another U-turn and I hide behind 2 cars on the side of the road. So I can see Ben through the window of the car I'm hiding behind. And I just waited for the cop to leave and I pulled up and he was fucking pissed. He got a $250 ticket or some shit.
Ooh.
But yeah, no, it was a good time overall though. It was fucking, but yeah, from now on we can go wherever we want.
We got to do that for sure. Let's
Yeah.
do that next year, 100%.
Yeah. As soon as you're fucking I don't want to wait till next year. We can go anytime.
Oh yeah, because I guess down there's not like winter down there. Yeah.
Dude, we can fly to Vegas.
Yeah.
Rent motorcycles and then ride to the Grand Canyon or something.
Fuck, we got to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do some questions. What do we got here? I know there's a bunch of good ones. Okay, first question, Paul.
Yeah, I posted on the story, so maybe on my story we might get some silly Ian ones in there.
They make a movie about bro chat, and the only catch is Tom Cruise is cast to play Paul.
Has to play me. You better put
That guy can't play me.
He
can't play me.
You better get in the gym for a little while, Tom.
Okay, I thought this was a good one. Rosie O'Donnell or Scarlett Johansson.
For what?
But Scarlett Johansson has been dead for 10 minutes.
Still take her.
Oh,
That's fine.
crazy.
I'm still taking Scarlett.
Seriously, think about it.
How like what kind of dead is she?
Yeah, how she died.
She's not mutilated. She had a heart attack.
That's fine then.
Her body's still in one piece.
It's fine.
Body's still warm?
Oh, does the body empty itself when they
No,
die?
10 minutes, she'll still be a little warm. We're good.
But doesn't the bowels let loose once you die?
No, not automatically, no.
Oh, I
thought that was a thing.
We can get a nurse to clean her up, and then we're good.
Yeah.
No, you
better
actually. I think you actually bloat. I don't think it just empties out by itself.
Yeah, but 10 minutes, you'd be fine. Yeah.
I think a coroner empties out the body. I don't think it happens like by itself.
Sorry, say it again.
I think the coroner empties out the body.
Oh.
I don't think it happens by itself.
I thought it happened by itself.
No.
Google it.
It can for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying it can't. I'm saying, but that's not normal.
Well, let's find out. Let's go to the polls.
There we go. It takes around 12 hours for a human body to be cool to the touch and 24 hours to cool to the core. 10 minutes, we're golden.
She's still kind of alive at that point.
Yeah, you probably need a little lube or something, but other than that,
she's still kind of alive.
She's not brain dead yet.
Yeah, she'll be good.
She's not brain dead yet. No, she's dead. She's not brain dead.
She's dead.
Deceased. She's literally deceased.
There's still some blood flow.
What am I researching here?
There's a human body
really cool men's sport. I couldn't fucking find anything.
What is a she shed?
No, this is good way to find tattoo here.
Yeah, warrior death courage tattoo.
He's his training partner.
He's his training partner. What's that?
I don't know. What are you looking up?
What is a she shed?
I know what a she shed is.
It's a man cave for women.
I know. Yeah, that's what a she shed is.
My kids turned my.
I was looking at a house. I was looking at a house that had a she shed. I'm like, what the fuck is a she shed? Okay. Does a body?
Does the bowels empty when someone dies? Release.
Do the bowels release?
Release. Yeah, there you go.
These changes unfold quickly over a few days. Your muscles relax. Your muscles loosen immediately after death, releasing any strain on your bowel or bladder. As a result, most people poop or pee at death.
Huh?
Okay. I'm going to say this, even though I shouldn't. So in our, I don't know how to say it. I don't know if I want to say it, but so in our religion, when the father dies, the sons kind of clean the body.
Yeah.
Before the body is wrapped and buried. So the reason I said no is because I was with my father after he had passed, and it didn't happen. So I don't know if it's every time or
it's not every time for sure. Yeah. It's like dogs. And I think like, I know I've had like when one of Melissa's pets died in the house, like went and climbed in the closet and laid down, died. It's shit everywhere. But I've also seen animals die where they didn't shit at all. So I don't think it's like 100% guarantee, but obviously if you have, like you said, if you relax and release the bowels, there's a good chance.
Well, yeah, because when our dog passed, like we put our dog down in our house.
Yeah.
And he peed everywhere after he passed.
Yes.
So yeah. So I guess it can happen. I didn't think of that one. Anyways, I don't know how the fuck we got there. Oh, so Scarlett Johansson now shit all over herself. Are you gonna fuck her anyway?
Well, it's 10 minutes post. Can we have cleaned her up in that 10 minutes?
Yeah, that was a lot of time.
Are you gonna want to bang her after you cleaned her up?
Over bang Rosie O'Donnell? Still probably, yeah.
Oh, dude, I think I'm banging Rosie.
I'm going with Rosie too.
Dude, you can't bang a dead chick.
Can you just get a BJ from Rosie or something? You got a banger.
No, you got a banger.
Ugh.
You got to bang a dead chick? Think about that. Like she's dead.
It's a crime, Ian.
It's dead.
It's a crime.
Well, this is a hypothetical situation. If we're gonna put in one is actually illegal and you might go to jail, well then yeah, I'm probably taking Rosie.
Okay, let's take the illegal part out of it.
Then I'm taking Scarlett all day.
Really?
Dead Scarlet.
Dead
All
Scarlett.
right. Let me ask.
10 minutes dead though. It's only 10 minutes. It's
All right,
only
let
10
me
But you have a hard time moving her body around.
wait. Let me ask you this. Does it turn you on more because she's dead?
Yes.
Oh my god.
You
Can
can
do whatever you wanted to her.
you can't finish. You're not going to finish.
Probably not. No.
I can't.
It's
Yeah.
gonna get real weird about
You
it. About a
finish for
minute,
sure.
about a minute into it, it's gonna get real weird for you. You'll be like, this is fucked up.
I'm going to venture to say.
Yeah, but I also have to say it'll get really weird even sooner than a minute fucking Rosie O'Donnell.
Hmm. I don't think I
There
can
has
get
to be
hard.
some redeeming quality about Rosie you can look at.
Yeah, you gotta focus on the one.
It got to be an
thing that
angle
might
you can find. You know.
got nice eyes.
I don't think I get hard for a dead chick.
For Rosie? Could you get her for
Scarlett
Rosie?
Johansson?
I get hard for Rosie, not hard for a dead chick. I get hard for Rosie before a dead chick. A dead chick. Are you fucking serious right now?
It's dead Scarlett Johansson.
Is her eyes closed and everything?
It'd be
No,
worse
so
if
yeah.
it'd be worse if her eyes were open. Yeah.
You just gotta close her eyes for her.
And every time you close them, they open again.
You're just fucking her. She's got the two pennies on her eyes.
What the fuck? How far do we have to go back in the Mr. Olympia where they would not place in the top 10 in today's Mr. Olympia? Would Lee Haney place in the top 10 in Mr. Olympia?
No, his legs probably.
Yeah, he would beat
Okay,
Tonio.
what's the conditioning like? Like how lean is he by that standard of today?
I think they had strided glutes.
No,
I feel
not Lee
like
Haney did.
Rich Gaspari was the first guy like getting that kind
Yeah.
of, you know?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look.
Haney's legs were a little undersized compared
Let's
to
take a look at Lee Haney.
But for those times it was
Because I mean, like Regan was 10th, right? Or 9th? 9th.
I don't know, dude. I think that places
Oh, yeah,
the
that's
top.
still pretty
That,
fucking thick.
that's
yeah.
top 10, man.
That's definitely still
you think
top.
that beats Regan?
That beats Reagan. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking Lee Haney, man. Look at that.
The upper body for sure, but the legs I think is what
No,
hurt him.
that's that would still probably be like that would beat like Tonio, but it would be I don't think it would beat Hunter.
Paul, look at this, dude.
Yeah. I mean, he looks great. It's just the legs is the only thing that I'm thinking.
No, man, this could actually place pretty high now that I look at it.
But that's not that big though, Ian.
He's what, 240?
It's like a smaller version of Cedric.
Yeah. But I mean,
That-
like,
that's
no,
what
I
I
feel like with this kind of shape and roundness and fullness, I feel like this could do good, man.
Well,
And it's not like he's like any less like in condition than someone like Andrew is, you know, or you know,
his condition's good here.
Yeah,
Striated.
crazy chest and delts.
yeah, side legs hard, chest and delts are crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that looks good, man. I would
Yeah.
place him, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's before Haney?
There's that guy beside him right there. He looks like Theo Vaughn jacked.
What's the fuck is this guy's name again?
Is that Matt Mendenhall?
I don't
No.
know.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, what
Somebody-
do you know?
somebody-
He's a twin.
Somebody in the comment section will
Who that
let
is?
us know. Yeah, this picture though is like fuck.
That's still good. And who won before him? You have like Samir Banu, like those guys.
Chris Dickerson.
Yeah, that's not placing.
Yeah.
Could
yeah.
Samir Banut place?
No, he could. He wouldn't be last, but I don't think he would beat like Regan or Tonio or those guys.
Too much size.
Who was 10th? Charles Griffin?
Charles. Oh, this is still pretty fucking good, man. Fuck, I don't know.
He looks like Kamal.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be.
Yeah.
He would be a little prettier than Charles. It would just be how small he looked standing next to him. You
I
know?
think he's going to be too undersized, but as far as like physique shape
What
wise,
was his stage weight? Can you Google that? Like height and stage weight.
205.
Wow.
I mean, that's not that
It's
bad.
like Tonio. A little
Yeah.
little lighter.
At 5'7", 205. But like, look at that front double, fourth picture in top
Put
left.
him in the 212. He's beating everybody.
That's a pretty fucking dirty front double, man.
Yeah.
Does he beat Keon? Look at the back shot on this motherfucker.
Ooh.
Yeah, this could probably win the 212. Yeah.
Look at that lat spread.
His conditioning's actually pretty good. He just then they just didn't flex their glutes.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
They pose different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can
Like,
tell
look at the
because
condition. He clearly has striated glutes under that.
yeah, because the hams are stripped.
Yeah, and look at his lower back, his erectors, his fucking back is like granite.
Look how thick his
lats are.
fucking lats
Yeah,
are. Jeez.
that's crazy.
That's a lot of rows.
Yeah.
Look at that shit right here.
Yeah.
Look at stripped out hams. Yeah, he's just not flexing. You can see the line there.
Yeah.
You can see from the side here.
Yeah, no, he would be fucking. He'd be.
So is this in the top 10 then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say that is.
So we got to go back. Look at that back on this motherfucker.
I know.
Jeez.
Let's see Chris Dickerson. Was it 81?
Let's see here. Chris Dickerson's usually the one that everybody like.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this wouldn't place now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
no,
was-
that would that,
Who
that
was
would.
who was in this fucking lineup?
I don't know who he beat.
That's 1980 or 81.
82.
The year he won was 82?
You sure?
Well, that picture was 82. I don't know.
Yeah,
Mr. Olympia,
82.
1982. Yeah.
Frank
Yeah.
Zane.
He beat Frank Zane.
Casey Viator?
Can I just say, and I'm probably going to get shit
It's-
in the comments by the fanboys, is Frank Zane not one of like the most overhyped, least impressive physiques ever?
I would say so.
Yes.
I would say so.
I don't think.
Like, this-
I don't.
this
think-
This
He
is a
became-
physique I would see it like Good Life on a Tuesday. You know?
He became known as like Mr. Classic for some reason, but I never loved his physique.
But like his shape isn't even like that spectacular.
Mhm.
You know?
I can see this at Good Life on a Tuesday. Fucking Ian, ruthless. That's a nice physique.
Yeah, it's
He looks better there.
Sure, he looks better in this one. I'll say that. Yeah.
That's a nice physique, man. Come on.
He beat Arnold once, didn't he?
I don't know. Did he?
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's nice shape, man.
It's okay. I mean,
Yes.
but like,
Top,
But like
top
this-
shelf good life.
but like this wouldn't be winning like back in the days of like OPA provincials. This wouldn't be winning the overall.
No, no.
I wouldn't.
You know? When I won 2014 provincials when I was like 22, I would have
Yeah.
smoked that.
Look at the compare him to Chris.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, Chris is like 18 in that photo. You know.
This is not a comparison. Why are these? This is a horrible comparison.
Look at that pose of Frank Zane. They're doing
I
the
know.
worst pose.
We shouldn't do this. It's not good.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't say anything. Ian's got his foot in his mouth again.
Sorry, Frank. I love you.
Ian is the legend killer. He's so far he's got Kevin Levrone, Kai Green, and now Frank Zane. We're just
Kai
gonna
Green. What'd you say about Kai Green?
Keep racking them up. Who's next?
let's not rehash. Let's not rehash
Sorry,
it, Paul.
sorry.
I didn't hear it either. I want to know what it is.
Okay, those were all taken out of context for one.
Okay. Do you have any news, any info on the April 4th show? So it's April 14th is the Detroit Pro. Ian's coming out of retirement. Kai
Bumstead's doing
is
open.
coming out of it. Bumstead's doing open. Keon said he's going to do open as well.
Sam Sulek's making his debut.
Sam Sulek's making his debut in the amateur. Yep. What else? Who else? We forgot who else is doing.
I would be
Ar-
so sick if we could get Chris to do the open at that show, eh?
Arnold's going to commentate that show. How much should I have to pay Chris to do
And
that?
The Rock.
The Rock, Arnold and The Rock are commentating.
I don't know, like 200K.
Okay.
It's in the budget. It's in the budget.
Yeah, it's in the budget.
I feel like if we started a GoFundMe to get Chris to do an open show at your show, we could probably raise 200K.
That would work. Yeah, we
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is the strongest bodybuilder ever?
James Hollingshead.
Probably, eh? Like
Gotta be
lift,
there now.
like lift for lift.
If you,
They don't
if you
do that
average it
anymore.
across all lifts, if you had
Yeah.
to like do a whole, I think there's very few humans as strong as James was.
Remember they used to
think
do that every year? The world's strongest bodybuilder? They'd run that little
Yeah, but
competition.
you know, it's
Yeah.
funny. There was never. I've never seen anybody lift weight the way James
With
does.
ease. With
Yeah.
ease.
Yeah.
Like James doesn't just lift a lot of weight; he lifts it with like complete fucking control.
Like he'll unrack 7 plates, and like even guys that can lift it with as many reps, they'll be like shaky and like it's not. He'll just like he walks it out like it's 2 plates. You know?
Yeah, he's very stable.
There's a different level of strength to be able to control that kind of weight without your nervous system like acting a fool and like fucking. You know?
I'm convinced James is like comes from like Viking stock.
Yeah.
It's just like
he must.
I'm telling you, he's just like one of those massive fucking Vikings, like somewhere in his lineage.
Yeah.
I honestly really don't even think like anyone's that close, as crazy as that says, you know?
I can't think of anybody that lifts that kind of weight with that kind of ease right now.
It's like even people will be like, well, Ronnie Coleman, but like the weight that he's squatting that 8 plates for like the 2 reps in that video, James is doing sets on a Tuesday with that, you know?
Well, it's not only that. Ronnie does, and I don't want to call it a half rep, but he had a faster rep speed and a shorter range. Not that doesn't work because he's in the tension range.
Yeah.
But when James does it, James is like all the way down, all the way up.
And it looks much easier.
And it's
Isn't Ronnie wearing a squat suit in that too?
Yeah.
Yep. Is James a big bencher too?
Yeah, man. James
like
is
five plates to eat, like rep for reps.
He's done 5 plates for reps. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. He said he used to do like 8 reps with 5 plates on a regular.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember because seeing it in person too is different. I remember we trained at Ben's and he hack squatted. It wasn't a lot of plates. I think it was only like 8 plates, which was heavy on that hack squat, but it was the way he did it. Yeah. It just didn't look like it was a problem.
No.
So
James is as strong as they come, I think. Yeah.
Heard Emo Mike is getting a Hot Topic sponsorship after debuting on the podcast.
Nice.
Fuck, I wish.
Who's Hot Topic?
Hot Pocket.
No, not Hot Pocket. Hot Topic.
It's a store.
It's like a goth.
Oh, okay.
Store.
Oh,
yeah, it's a store. Yeah.
If you can be homeless in one country in the world, where would it be? California. It's in the U.S.
Yeah, you could go live in the tent cities. You'd be perfect.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I didn't see a lot of that when I was there.
Even by Gold's has like literally tent cities right next to it.
Didn't they clean it up when they brought the Chinese president?
Were you downtown at all?
Well, we drove around. We drove around Gold's, and then we drove down to Muscle Beach.
Okay, so you were out there. You weren't like downtown LA.
No.
Okay, yeah, downtown LA is pretty bad.
Downtown LA sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah.
How popular is
Staples Center and shit?
How popular is insulin amongst the open bodybuilders at the Olympia?
I would say out of 30 competitors, I would say at least half are using it like regularly in the regimen.
I was going to say 15.
Yeah.
Have you ever got to see Greg Kovacs train in person? No, I haven't. Anybody else?
I competed against him.
Paul loves
beat him. Fucking beat his ass or what?
No, he put me in retirement.
Paul saw Greg Kovacs. Is like, fuck, I quit.
I did. I weigh in.
I'm gonna go grab a pizza.
2014 Toronto Pro. I was sitting behind him in the audience. I didn't know who he was at the time. I saw this guy. You know when like guys get so big that their head gets like those crazy wrinkles?
Yeah.
And this guy, I could have shoved my entire length of my hand in the wrinkles.
His hot dog neck. Yeah.
the whole head, just like deep crevices. You know.
Yeah. Fouad's best package in the 23 Olympia. Where would it be? I put first.
Yeah,
it's pretty accurate.
Give or take. Yeah,
it's pretty accurate.
Give or take.
I think it'd be like, 6, 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
Worst or weirdest compliment you've ever received in bed. For example, I was told by a girl that she likes how hard I breathe in bed. I got
my buddy got told that he has good eye contact
in bed.
What the fuck?
That's hilarious.
I got one, but
he'll be watching too, so he'll know.
I can't.
You can edit it later, Fouad.
No. How long post show do you start upping the intensity on training? I fucking took 2 days off and I was right at it. Yeah.
Next day, get at it.
Yeah. Spaghetti or penne? Macaroni seems shitty. Macaroni's
penne.
Delicious.
I'm a penne guy, but I like it.
I like using a fork with it.
For me, it depends on the mood.
Yeah, I don't like the complexity of eating spaghetti.
I don't mind the complexity, but I'd rather go with fettuccine just because it's a little thicker.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, spaghetti seems useless. You're fucking Italians. You just make a bunch of shit up.
I don't know. I like angel hair though.
Ooh, yeah, I do like angel hair myself.
It's too thin. You got to like twist the whole plate onto your fork. Good luck. Angel hair.
Oh, I thought you
Fang.
meant bow ties. Sorry, I was thinking bow ties.
I hate
What?
bow ties.
The little bow tie noodles.
You like bow ties?
I like them all.
I like macaroni, and I like the
Rigatoni.
what's
Yeah.
the
Fusilli.
Fusilli, yeah. Fusilli, the little twirly ones.
Yeah.
what's the shell one? It's just a shell.
Oh,
Shell. Those are good too because they scoop all the sauce in them.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fucking Italian.
What's the shell one? Shells.
Is that what it's called?
Is that what it's called? I thought it was something else for it.
I thought there was a name for it.
Yeah.
Well, why do you look like
There's probably a proper name, but I think a lot of them, all the packages just say shells. You know.
Paul? Why do you look like you're in heaven?
It happens. I don't know what's going
We're
on
beaming
here.
you up right now.
I know. I don't know what happens every when I move my chair, all of a sudden I got this like glow on me.
What are your thoughts on amateurs who are smaller than what you'd consider competitive for a men's physique athlete competing in classic? I see a lot of dudes talking shit about men's physique on IG because they do classic, but they're the size of a bikini athlete. This is obviously somebody who has a gripe with
Yeah, jeez.
men's physique guys. Jeez.
Somebody obviously insulted him.
Men's physique guys and classic guys are both small. Do open.
Yeah. Boom.
I'll agree with that. Next.
Would Paul empathize with Tom Cruise if Tom Cruise had tile foot?
Yeah, yeah, because I know how bad that is. I wouldn't even wish that on Tom Cruise. Somebody sent me a picture of your foot, Ian, the other day and said something like, "Looks like Ian doesn't have the tile foot yet." I think it was a picture you put up with Melissa or something.
Yeah, the picture of us together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does this just keep repeating them? What the fuck is going on here? What fast food chain has the best breakfast menu overall?
That'd be McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's.
Tim Hortons.
A&W's got a good one.
Tim Hortons or McDonald's. Tim Hortons was what was coming to my mind, but I mean, when you get McGriddles and shit, man, like those are pretty fucking prime.
But I like the farmer.
Hotcakes.
I like the farmer's burrito or whatever it's called.
Yeah, those
From
are
Tim
good.
Hortons.
Yeah.
They put like the hash brown and stuff in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's for really
Yeah.
fat guys.
Yeah, it is real fat. Yeah, there's everything they make is rolled up into a wrap.
They're like, let's make one with bacon, eggs, hash browns, a
Put everything in
donut.
it.
Just put everything.
Put everything in it.
Do you know of any decent pros who use the keto diet? No. Anybody?
Well, didn't Dave Palumbo used to train
Palumbo.
his guys that way?
Columbo used to use it, so I mean, maybe
Yeah.
like a team has done a show on a keto diet before. I don't know.
Palumbo didn't used to use it. A keto diet is 30%. No. A
No.
keto,
Oh,
He
true
was
keto.
no
True
carb.
keto. Yeah.
It was too high protein.
a keto diet
Yeah.
is 30% protein, 70% fat.
70% fat. Yeah, it's
And
too,
he
he
was-
was too high protein.
Yeah, he was doing just a no carb diet. It wasn't a keto diet.
A high fat, no carb, high protein diet.
John used to say that he has read a bunch of studies that showed that people could still get really big, or I don't want to say really big. I don't want to misquote him. He said you could still gain a lot of muscle doing a keto diet, and it would keep your waist small because the volume of food was less. But nobody ever put it in practice because it was studies that showed it, but like I don't know if it would actually work for guys our size.
Yeah, I don't know. I did prep one show doing a Dave Palumbo style where it was zero carb,
Yeah.
high fat, high protein.
I've done that.
And I was peeing on ketone sticks and I was excreting ketones to like
Yeah.
a pretty good degree. So I was in
Yeah.
ketosis.
How'd you
I
feel?
did that with Chad.
It felt very mentally sharp, like insanely like quick, you know? Yeah.
I got super, super fucking crispy on that diet, man.
It was
I remember Chad had me on like I was eating like ground beef and almonds. It was like my meals.
Yep.
And my other meals were just protein shakes with peanut butter, which is
Did you
way
have some carbs in that diet?
I did one where I was literally just eating white fish and nut butter and then protein shakes and nut butter, and that's it.
No, dude, there was a period of time with Chad in 2012, the second time I worked with him, and the first time I worked with him in 2008, where we basically just did protein and fat and like some greens all the way to the fucking show. And then he loaded me with insulin and I looked fucking great. But he sucked. Like, I don't know how much muscle I lost in the process. Like, I know I got super fucking peeled, but I don't know if I lost any good weight on the way, you know?
And you felt good on that diet for training?
I liked it because we'd give me 1 day off a week to just refill. So it'd be like basically fat and protein all week long. And then on Sunday I would fucking gorge.
It was like the anabolic
Carbs.
diet. What was
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Mario with Pasquale.
Oh, Mauro
or
Di
something like that?
Pasquale. Yeah.
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 It was literally that.
What's the story with Quentin? When will we see him at the O? So much potential.
He's come back to compete this year, so we'll see.
I saw his guest posing this weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's filled out his back yet.
I'm not sure. Well, we'll have to see when he gets down in shape, but I think he still needs to get a little more density on his back to match the front. He's definitely grown, but how much it's gone to the right places, we'll need to see when he's in shape.
Yeah, I can't tell. Obviously, you can't tell because he's not in shape, but from what I can see now, it looks like he's got the same proportions, just bigger.
Yeah.
Which
I gotta say, for a black dude, though, he's got the craziest goddamn calves I've ever seen in my life.
I know, right? Yeah, he's got incredible genetics, like incredible potential. If he's brought that back up at all, he's going to be a problem.
100%.
Would you rather know when you're going to die or know how you're going to die? When?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I really want to know.
I'd rather know how.
Yeah.
You do
Fuck, that's a
your best
tough-
to avoid those.
It could say
You
I'm
do your
going to
best
have
to
a heart
avoid
attack.
those.
It could say I'm going to die
Yeah.
of a heart attack, but I could die of a heart attack when I'm 98 years old, you know?
Yeah.
What did you say, Mike? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I was just saying how would be better because at least you could try and avoid if it was like you're gonna die in a plane crash. Like, oh, I'm not flying then. I'm
Never
fine.
going on a plane again.
What if?
But the
Yeah,
thing
but
is,
what if a plane
you know
crashed?
the answer, if you know the answer, you can't prevent it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if a plane crashed and you were on the ground and it crashed into you?
Into you.
If I,
Shit
can't
way
get
to
out,
die.
if I can't get out of the way of that, I'm fucking fucked.
I think I'd want to know when.
No, man.
No, you
be
would want
tough.
to know that.
No.
No, because it's like you said, if they said, okay, if you say how, and they say you're gonna die of a heart attack, I don't know if it's gonna be tomorrow or 20
Yeah.
years from now.
That's
Yeah,
probably
but
better though.
that's good. Then you don't know. But like if it's saying you're going to die in 6, well, okay, it goes both ways. I was actually
I'm going the other way, man. Fuck you guys. I want to know.
Want to know when?
If they
Well, this
tell
is
me,
the thing.
if they
If
tell
you
me,
go with-
if they tell me, Fouad, you got 10 years. Those are going to
And
be
you're
the
going to live
best,
that 10 years
the
good.
best 10 years of my fucking life. I'll tell you that.
That's the caveat for that, and I agree with you there. And we and Chris were actually having this discussion in Turkey about like not rather knowing when or where. And the only thing I said, I was like, it would be nice to know when, because then like you can really just plan your life. You're like, if you have 10 years or if you have 2 years or if you have 50 years, you can kind of like plan how you're going to live those accordingly.
Just
they
live
tell
your
me-
life fucking amazingly anyway.
As long as you don't let it control you too much in like fear, you know?
Well, wait a minute, Mike. That's a good point. Okay, I'll say this. So since I retired from bodybuilding, I've tried to live more life, like do more things I normally wouldn't do. So I agree with you there. But if I knew I was going to die in 5 years, I'd get like a black card and I would just rack it up
Just
doing
go.
the
You're not going to pay it anyways.
I buy a Ferrari. I travel the world. I would just do all this stupid shit because I'm like, I'm going to die and the debt's going to be gone anyway. So fuck
Yeah.
it.
You would
So
you think it?
You would do completely irresponsible
You'll
things.
just leave your wife with like $4 billion in debt, and it's no
Yeah.
big deal.
Well, she can move to a different country or something.
You'll be dead. Who cares?
Yeah.
I'll be dead. She can deal with it.
But do you think it could have the opposite effect on you too? Like, let's say you found out you're going to die in 6 months. Be like, what's the point then? I'm not going to do anything.
No.
I'm dead soon.
No,
No.
it would be, yeah, it would be a good 6 months.
It would be an initial feeling of like mourning, and it would be terrible for like a little bit, and then once you realize it's like this is how it's going to be, there's nothing I can do to change it, you'd fucking live your life like a crazy
What's the
person.
first thing you would do if you knew you only had 6 months?
Sell everything I have and just fucking go travel everywhere and go like bananas on every trip I go on, you know?
Okay. Wait. Okay. You sold everything you have. Now what's the first thing you do? Now you have unlimited money. You sold everything you have. You have like $1 million in the bank or whatever the fuck amount of money. What's the first thing you do?
I want to drive a Formula One car.
Me too.
Yeah. If you're going to drive anything, that's the way to go, you know?
I was thinking I want to get like a rocket sport bike and go on a track with it.
Yeah. I would just get in a Formula One car and just drive it as hard as I could and like not worry about dying. you
Me
know?
and Ian are trying to shorten the 6 months to like
Yeah.
six days.
It's crazy how your minds immediately go to like the money you could blow and the crazy things you could do.
Oh,
I just
wait a
want to be
minute,
around my family like
wait a
every
minute.
day. I'd be like, I'm
No.
gonna die in 6 months. I
Well,
want to
hold
be
on.
around everyone I love every day.
But you're going to do it with them. You're going to bring them along.
That's thank you, Ian. That's what I was thinking, Mike. Whatever I'm doing, I'm doing
bringing
with
everybody.
I'm doing with the people I love.
But you're under the assumption that they want to do that too.
Well, they're
They
gonna
don't
because
wanna
I'm
do
gonna die.
that.
I'll be like,
They're gonna.
I'll be like, Mike, I'm gonna die. You got to do it. You'll be like, all right,
Yeah.
I'll come
Guilt,
along.
guilt trip them to do whatever you
You're
want.
killing that. You're killing half of them along the way. Like, jump in
Yeah.
the Formula One car. I'm not dying in 6 months, man.
I will just say that I assume that whatever I'm gonna do it with somebody I love. So like, I know Ian will go fucking ride a sport bike with me. So will Ben.
I would
like,
do it like this. If I had 6 months, I'd want to do like the first at least 4 of just like doing everything that I've always just even thought about doing.
Right.
And then the last 2, I would just like want to be with all of my family and do like family stuff for the last 2 months, like all together, all the time.
I would want to do a combination of both the whole 6 months. So every
Well, yeah, but obviously there's a limit. Like there's certain people, like obviously if I was going to go do all this crazy shit, I would want like certain people with me for all of it. But I also know that I can't bring 20 people with me to do everything. So it's like,
Right.
you know, you gotta, yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't care. If those people don't want to do those things with me, then fuck it.
They're my friends.
I don't even know why this made me think of it. But speaking of crazy money and doing this thing, did you know when you were in Dubai, did you see like the license plates there, the small digit license plates? Have you heard about this?
No.
So we were sitting at the valet waiting for a car to go out to dinner one night, and this Maybach rolled up, and the license plate was just 66.
Mm-hmm.
And Dom is like, yeah, did you guys know, like one of the Uber drivers told me here once that in Dubai, it's like a big thing of status. You can pay for 1 and 2 digit license plates.
Oh, shit.
And it's like a big thing because you can only get so many combinations of 1 and 2 digits.
Right.
So like to get them is like a big baller status thing over there. And he's like, and they go for millions. So I'm like, he must be exaggerating, you know?
Yeah.
So I Googled most expensive license plates in the world. Literally the first one that come up is 66 Maybach,
How much was it?
1.3 million US.
What the fuck?
And that was on the list of the top 20, and that was number 20. So it just went up from there.
Imagine having so much money that you're like, I want to have a cool license plate. I'm gonna spend
Yeah.
For a piece of tin,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
But the crazy thing you have to think about is too, is someone that owns these kind of cars and has that kind of money, they have 50 cars. Like,
Yeah.
are they putting these kind of plates on all these cars? Do you know?
Yes, I would assume so.
Yeah.
He's got them all
So-
numbered from 1 to 66.
Okay,
Probably.
I'm curious now. So me and Ian are insane, but Mike, if you're dying in a year, what's the first thing you do after you find out?
There's nothing in my mind that makes me want to be like, I want to do this, because like I do the things that I want to do, whether they're mundane or whether they're like exciting. I just do them regardless. So it's not like I've always wanted to do that, so I'm going to do it. Or,
So you don't have a bucket list? Like you don't have a list of things that you want to do one day
no,
that you haven't had a chance to do?
not really.
Really? That's
I'm
good
pleased by simple things. Do you know what I mean? And I'm pleased by like my relationships with like people I'm around and sharing experiences with them, or like I'm more fulfilled sitting with my dog on a couch playing with my dog than I could ever be fulfilled by like climbing a mountain or like doing something like that.
Okay.
I think that people look to things to like fulfill, but like they're always looking for these crazy things to fulfill, and it's always like one up. But it's like if you're not happy in here, then nothing.
Okay, but wait a minute.
I agree with this, but the thing is, at this point, when you know you're dying, I'm not searching for fulfillment. You know, like I'm searching just to like enjoy these moments and try and bring people along for them, but just do things that are like going to make me enjoy that time as much as I can. And
I think I would do the same thing in the sense that I would want to have these moments with people, but it'd just be like going certain places with people, or taking someone that I love someplace they've never would go.
For sure.
Or they could never go without me, because I'm on this crazy trip now where it's like I'm going to blow everything, and I'd rather be like, hey bro, where did you always want to go? Like Fouad, where do you want to go?
Okay, wait, you know what I mean? Let's back up, because now it's a deeper conversation. So let's back up to the non-death thing. Let's erase that. So Mike, you're talking about fulfillment, which I get, but my point is, I don't think it's one or the other. Like you can still have both. Like you can still be completely fulfilled, like I am, and like you are, by hanging out with my fucking dog or whatever, taking him to the park, and still have a bucket list of crazy things you want to do. I don't think it's like one or the other.
I don't have it.
You just don't. Paul?
I don't either. You know me, Fouad. I'm a simple man. There's a couple places I want to see, but
so if I said to you today, Paul, you know what? let's forget dying. Let's just say today you are granted one wish or 2 wishes or 10 wishes. You can do whatever the fuck you want for the next 10 wishes.
Okay.
You don't have any wishes off the top of your head?
I would just go somewhere nice. You know,
I can already pick one for you.
What?
You want to go to Game 7 of the NBA Finals and sit on court side?
That'd be cool.
Oh, now you don't care. This
No,
guy,
I care. It'd be cool.
This guy shits his pants at a fucking Pistons game, and now he's like, I don't care.
I do like going to basketball games.
You're so full of shit. Don't pretend.
I was is like I would agree with Mike. It's like, but and at the same time, what I initially said, it's like, you know, things like I want to drive a Formula 1 car or like stuff like that, but I want to take like one of my friends or family. That would this be the most exciting thing? Like my dad be like, yo, we're gonna get Michael Schumacher or fucking, you know, Lewis Hamilton to drive us around the fucking Formula 1 car. We're gonna go.
Okay, wait a minute.
That's like an extreme sports guy. Be like, yo, we're gonna go bungee jumping in fucking New Zealand or like do something crazy, you know?
It's funny you said this because this is exactly so. Ben said to me on Monday morning, we woke up, we're having a coffee and just looking over the fucking ocean. And he's like, you know, this is pretty fucking sweet, man. Thank you, whatever. And I'm like, dude, having money is not fucking cool unless you can share it with somebody you care about.
Yeah.
So to me, that goes without saying. Like, I'm not gonna have fun going to do whatever the fuck I do, whatever the thing is on the top of my head. None of that is going to be fun if I'm doing it by myself. So it's definitely not about doing it alone.
Yeah.
Like you having things or having money or having it's only worth it if you can share it with somebody.
Of course.
So that part I think goes without saying, but I find it interesting that, especially you, Paul, because I know some of the shit you like.
Like what? Like, I don't like anything.
Like I just said, like
going to a basketball game with like, you know, all my friends and family would be awesome for sure. Yeah, I wasn't really thinking like, I was just thinking like I wasn't thinking of a specific thing. I was just thinking like I like to just do cool things with the people that I want to be with.
Yeah, but that's obvious. We're all saying that. But I'm saying what is that thing?
What is that thing?
What is that thing? That's what I'm saying. Like nobody wants to do this shit alone. I don't want to go race a sport bike, but I would go by myself. But
I would just go to like a beautiful beach resort, you know, that's like, you know, got great food and stuff with all my friends and family.
Yeah. But for 6 months, you're going to be bored after a week. And
then no, I mean, like I would do like several trips like that, you know, all the places that I always wanted to see, and you know.
So you have 10 wishes today from a fucking genie, and all 10 are just different resorts.
Beachfront resorts.
Not all, no.
Mike, you have the same 10 wishes. You're like, I'm just gonna sit on the couch with my dog.
I would probably literally start asking just people around me, like,
what do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, I would be that
because I would run out. I just don't have like this like.
I agree.
This laundry list of desires.
No, you know what though?
That would make you feel very good, just like taking everyone to do that kind of shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's like having 2 motorcycles, and then like when you came down, Ian, you came down and you took the fucking Riker for a ride.
Yeah.
That makes me feel good because I'm like, I have an extra bike for us to fucking go do shit.
Yeah.
So so that makes sense, Mike. I would do the same thing. Like
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
But like that's what I would like. I would want to do it like that, but doing like you said, like the craziest things that people would never do on.
So Ian, what is a selfish thing that you don't care if anybody did it with you, but you want to do it anyway? Like, would you go race an F1 car by yourself?
Yeah, if nobody wanted to do it with me, I would still want to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yes. But I also know, like, I have buddies that are like way more into like cars than me. Yeah. Like my buddy Mike Saunders or something. If I'm like, yo, I'm fucking dying in 6 months. We're gonna get a closed track, you know,
the
British Grand Prix track, and we're gonna go fucking rip Formula 1 cars around for a day with professional drivers. Like, I want you to come with me. He'd be like, fuck. And like you said, like Mike said, like knowing you're giving that to them too would make the experience way more enjoyable. You know?
Paul, is there anything selfish that you would do that is on your list that if everybody in your life said no to you, you would still do it? Like smoking weed with like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, or Mike Tyson or something like that. You know, getting high with Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's your wish.
Yeah.
So your wish would be like, if everybody around you said we're not going to fucking hang out with Mike Tyson, you'd be like, I'm going anyway.
No,
I'm going anyway. Yeah, for sure.
We're going for a night of partying with like prime time Dennis Rodman. You know?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I didn't think of that, but yeah, definitely.
Mike, is there anything selfish that you would do, or no? Everything has to do with someone else. Like if everybody in your life said, no, I don't want to do it, but you were like, I got to do this one thing.
Well, regardless if it was anything in my life that I wanted to do and people, I'd do it. You know what I mean? But I can't think of something off the top of my head.
Yeah. Okay.
I couldn't include
it
at
is
least
hard
some
to-
person.
Interesting question. I definitely think when is my way though. I don't think I want to
Really?
know how. Yeah. I'd like to know when.
I don't know
Yeah,
if I want to know.
I don't
I
care.
think
I don't care
Now,
how.
now, what if it said when? It's like in 3 days.
Yeah, they like fuck me.
Then I would do exactly what Mike said: is I would gather everybody I fucking know. I'd be like, everybody come to my house, we're hanging out.
Yeah, like, I'm busy. I got to work. Sorry.
I can't get the time off. I can't.
When I used up all my vacation on the other 30 days.
Sorry, Fouad. I can't.
Will the Detroit Pro have a winner's pose down similar to the Prague show? No, because we only have open bodybuilding. So I'd like to do that one day.
Mhm.
Who do you see in 212 now that can potentially win the Sandow like Derek?
That can go to open and win it, he means?
Nobody. That's a rare thing, man.
Right now, I don't see anybody.
I mean, Keon has a physique that could do it, but he has to put on a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think Keon would be that competitive in the open yet.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't like.
But didn't Flex tease a return just recently?
Listen, props to fucking Derek. I don't think there's very many people that could win both classes.
No.
Like that's fucking
Sure.
crazy, man. And the only person we've seen
Well,
that is
Hadi could have.
Body, yeah. Flex, maybe.
If Hadi had got into the US during that time, he would have won the 212.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, even if you can name other people, it's very few.
Yes.
Like it's not a lot of like the only other person I could think of in our bodybuilding life, I guess you would say, is like Dexter is the only guy that could have won both if the 212 existed back then.
Yeah.
But it's not very many people, man. What Derek has done, whether you think he should have won or shouldn't, is pretty insane, man.
Mhm.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how insane would you rank most female competitors?
Insane in what capacity? Like that?
Yeah.
Crazy girls?
10.
Yeah.
Is it gay for a grown man to wear nothing but a big shirt to bed?
Yes.
Yes. Fuck yes.
That is
What is
fucking-
that?
I never even thought of that. It's fucking weird, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Who
don't
does
think
that?
I don't think I've ever done that in my life.
No.
If I'm wearing a
Yeah,
shirt, I'm wearing boxers too, or
100%.
pants.
Men
Yeah.
should always
That's
wear
That's how,
like
that's how my
shorts.
wife. That's
I
what
don't
my
know how
wife.
you could wear a shirt to bed.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
As a
saying
man.
I don't usually wear a shirt bed, but I'm saying if I did,
You wouldn't be wearing no underwear.
I wouldn't be wearing no underwear.
How fucking weird is that?
That's literally how Melissa goes to bed every night. You know,
I can see females. My wife does this from time to time too, but like a man, no.
Melissa will sleep in like a 3XL shirt and like nothing else. You know,
No, then he goes on to say, like, say he's wearing a 2XL, but he's rocking a 4XL to bed.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
It's so stupid. You have your dick hanging out of the bottom of your shirt.
it's clearly not actually gay.
He gets a little chilly up top when he's sleeping, you know. Get a shiver.
Top 6 best British bodybuilders of all time: Dorian Yates,
Dorian, yeah.
Samson,
Flex.
Nathan,
Some good ones right there.
Zach Con.
Charles Claremont.
Charles Claremont was good.
He was good.
That's Claremont. Yeah,
JD Dawodu.
He was good.
Who's the dude with the triceps? What was his name?
Ernie
Ernie Taylor.
Taylor.
Is he a British?
yeah, but I think James is better than those. Some of
James,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
James is better.
James is in the top 6 for sure, I think. Yeah. There's some good
Oh,
Brits.
Do we say Luke?
Luke. Yeah,
Luke.
that's a good one too. Fuck, there's some good Brits, eh?
Yeah.
I think Luke would be like
Top
Four.
two.
fifth on that list.
Five,
Fourth.
yeah. Fifth?
Fourth.
Yeah.
Fourth. Yeah, we go Dorian.
Yeah.
Samson.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
I think you have to say Flex because he's won multiple Olympians.
Okay. But Flex
that-
is Wales. Is that considered England?
I think he means the UK. Wales
Yeah,
is part of the UK.
Yeah, okay.
What's your thoughts on the podcast Roman did discussing what real doses pros are taking, including the wild stuff he's done? I think anybody could say whatever the fuck they want. The only thing is, I wouldn't say what other people have done. I don't know who he was talking about. I would only say what I did.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like out other people. I don't know.
Also, to be frank, like I don't know what other guys are doing.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I never asked.
I don't know what cycle Hunter's running or Nick is running, or like, how the fuck would I know this shit? Like,
you don't care. Yeah.
I don't care. I literally don't know, you know?
Yeah.
I've never had this conversation with any of these guys in my entire life, you know?
I think these things happen all the time, but nobody really knows. You know, like a lot of people who say, well, Nasser said that people did 4,000 milligrams of test. And I'm like, maybe that's what Nasser did, but I bet you he doesn't know that for sure. He's probably just assuming that everybody's doing what he does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know what Roman said, but I don't know if Roman knows exactly what everybody's doing. Maybe he's just assuming. How many Pauls would it take to beat a gorilla in a fight?
30.
One. Mike.
One. Yeah, you're right, Mike. The original.
Hey, have you guys seen that orangutan video where he grabs the guy's shirt through the cage?
Oh yes.
And pulls him.
It's scary, man.
Yeah.
Was it in Japan or something?
I don't know. It looked like India.
Somewhere in Asia or something. Yeah.
I think I did see it. That's from like a year ago or so. Fouad,
no, this was a while ago, right?
Yeah. It's this one. 1 second. I gotta show you guys this for anybody who hasn't seen it.
Doesn't he like manhandle him too with the one hand?
This is pretty fucking terrifying, man.
Yeah.
What is this? Get the fuck out of here. What is this shit? What is this? What happened? These fucking pop-ups ruined my fucking show. Get out of here. There we go.
Where the fuck these pops come from?
Look at this shit. He grabs his shirt. Why don't you take your shirt off at this point?
Yeah, really.
Duck out of that thing.
Look at.
Oh,
Look how strong this fucking thing is. It's not even like it's not. Look, he's gonna break his fucking
it's got
leg.
his leg now.
The end is the best part. Watch the ending. It's like the scariest fucking thing ever. Look at that guy's not going nowhere, man.
No. Oh, he's got his leg around it too now.
Yeah.
Try to punch that thing through the bars.
Watch. No, it'll bite your fucking hand off. Watch his shit.
I punched it in the forehead.
Watch at the very end. Look, he's like gonna take his toe off. Watch. Look at.
Whoa. Whoa.
Look at. Oh.
Oh, wow.
It fucking almost got a fucking.
Yeah.
God damn.
Fuck.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, they should be behind glass. Did you see that video of that couple in BC? There's a bear on the shore eating a salmon, and this family goes down there, and this kid fucking pats it on the head, and the bear like swipes at it, but then it's too busy caught up with what it's eating. It leaves the guy alone. I can't fucking believe this guy.
There's videos like that. There's like gorilla in the bush, and it like they're around. It's like on one of those tours, and they're like, "Oh, just be calm." And then the thing all of a sudden just like grabs this chick's leg and just starts pulling her into the bush and lets her go. But like she's fucking like a rag doll. Like
really?
She's a full adult, and he just like pulls her right into the bush.
I gotta piss my pants.
Do it.
I think I should piss my pants.
You want to do it?
Don't
No one's
dare
ever
me.
pissed their pants on a podcast before.
Don't dare me, Mike. I'll fucking do it.
You got a cup near you?
I gotta. Yeah, I can piss in
You got a
this.
Gatorade bottle?
Yeah. You got to do it in the car once in a while when you're in traffic.
I don't know how to do that. How do you do that? You got to unzip your pants. You
It's
got
a
to
mess.
pull your dick out and then push it. Like how
Yep,
the
Into
fuck?
the bottle.
It's a mess. I had to do it once in a pinch and it didn't go well.
I gotta go piss.
All right.
Oh, finally we're alone.
Just
Paul.
you and I now, Mike, finally. Now without the noise of those other two.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful
It's so,
silence.
so
Finally,
relaxing.
some time for some dignified talk. Anyway,
Yeah.
audience back up.
Where the fuck did you go?
He had to go take a piss. His bladder couldn't hold it any longer. So is it itchy right now, Ian, or what? Like while it's healing?
It was. I mean, fuck. What, like the first, like day 3 through day 7, it was like the worst itch ever. And you literally can't even touch it. You're not allowed to.
You can't touch it, so you can't even like pat it or something, like to get
You're
rid of
not
that itch.
supposed to. I'm sure it wouldn't really fuck it up if you did like pat it or something, but no, they really say don't to like do anything that'll irritate those follicles before they're really rooted. Like anything that could really shock them or fucking freak them out. So yeah, you literally just have to fucking suffer. It's very.
What's the success rate on this? Like, is it a guaranteed thing that your body's going to take this?
No, like I think on like frontal like hairline grafts, it's like a 70 to 80% success rate of the grafts, and I think in your crown it's about 50 to 60.
Oh,
like,
really?
Hairs that are here now, like those are all there. Like those are in good now. Like those aren't going anywhere, But like when you rinse off all the scabs, you would see like a few of the little hairs like on, because you use it like a gauze pad kind of thing almost, and you like rub it with like this foam. And you'd see like the odd little like 1 or 2 hairs here and there. So like there's, out of say I got 4,000 grafts, which is probably 6,000 or 7,000 hairs transplanted, I probably lost, I would assume, less than 100,
Is it a thing where like you can go back repeatedly, or this is a one-shot thing? Like you
can do more, but you can only do more within the confines of how much donor hair you have,
Oh, okay.
So like they can keep taking off the side, but they'll reach a point where obviously you're like stripping it sparse. But like mine, like I took 4,000 grafts, and honestly, I can tell you, I literally cannot. It looks the exact same as before.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like I couldn't tell if I saw you today and like you saw my hair, you would. It doesn't look any different on the sides than before. Yeah.
Do you start ProScar right away?
Yeah, they want you to start 1 milligram right away, and then I have a minoxidil like spray that I'm supposed to use on it for a little while. But
why do you have to do all that if you have new hair?
Well, because I still have, this is all still my hair. So the point is, like, this won't ever fall out really. But if, say, this stays and then this all falls out, I'll look mighty funny,
Yeah.
So you obviously just want to protect your original hair as much as you can,
Sure.
Yeah.
Paul, who do you want to play you in a movie of your life?
That's a good question.
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham would be a worthy candidate. The Rock.
Fucking Paul Lauzon.
Maybe The Rock. The Rock could probably pull me off.
I don't think The Rock.
The Rock could pull me off.
I didn't sound
Give
right,
it a go. Give it a
didn't sound right, did it?
That's not how I meant it.
I see a Vin Diesel.
Oh yeah. The nose very similar.
I see a Vin Diesel playing.
Well, Lou Ferrigno in his prime.
You look like Lou Ferrigno. Yeah.
I used to when I had hair and not so much of a beard.
Mike,
Who would play Paul?
Oh,
who would play you?
Who played Mike?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jason
the
Statham.
guy who played Thanos. Josh. That guy's name.
Josh Brolin normally doesn't look anything like that. He just looks like that when he's Thanos,
Yeah, Thanos would play me.
Yeah, Thanos would play.
You make a good Thanos, Mike.
You saw that picture those guys did of us? That
No.
person did of the Avengers?
No.
Ian saw it.
I saw, yeah.
I don't think
Which
I saw
one's that?
They made a bro chat Avengers thing, and I'm Thanos, and you guys are below me.
I didn't
What are
see
we?
it. No.
I don't know where it is. I gotta find it. Some kid did it
It was
way
good.
back. I'll
Which
send
kid-
it to you right now.
Mike, this is for you.
Oh god.
Which conspiracy do you believe in the most?
I love how we just keep eking towards me saying what I want to say on this podcast.
I'm just saying, it's a question.
It's just a question. Well, which ones are we going out of?
Which is, out of all the conspiracies you know of, which is
The one that you're the most
which is the
convicted.
most likely to be true?
You guys know what I think it is.
That's the one?
Yeah.
You're insane.
Which one?
That's the one you believe in the most?
Yeah. Easily.
You're joking around.
I'm not.
Okay. Ian?
I don't know.
Paul?
I don't have one that's like, well, like what? It's so hard to even ride the line of like what's conspiracy theory anymore,
Yeah.
Dude,
Mine's JFK.
Because like if you say something like JFK or like that 9/11 was an inside job or something, like are those even like conspiracies that much at this point? Like
they are still conspiracies.
Yeah.
Well, JFK, yeah, because they've always gone with the single shooter theory.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I just sent you the picture in the bro chat.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
No, that's all. That's also Samson, Paul, me, Ben, Ian. That's fucking great.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't see this.
That is either.
That's cool.
That's appropriate.
What was I gonna say? Mine in a general sense is all wars are bullshit and they're started for not the reasons they tell us.
Oh, 100%.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, but I don't think that's obvious, dude.
That's why I was saying, like, what's even a conspiracy? Because I think at this point, a lot of people actually believe that,
No, but this is what I'm saying. I think it's a conspiracy because, like, I still think it's a very small minority that think 9/11 wasn't exactly what they said it was.
Yeah.
I think you'd be surprised. I
At
think people
what?
just don't like that. More people believe that.
People
Listen,
just want
man,
to say, don't want to
I
say
They
stuff.
just don't want to say it. It's fear of being ostracized, right?
Yeah.
Some
You know what
people-
though? I
But
thought
if you
that,
went up to someone individually and you're like, and you like brought up the conversation, they'd be like, yeah, me too, bro. But like
No,
their other friends won't know that, right?
I thought that, Mike, but I was recently sitting at a dinner table and I was the only one that shared that opinion. And the others weren't scared of sharing their opinion. They literally thought I was crazy. I still think the popular, like if we're saying the majority of people still believe the regular narrative. So I think that's what makes it a conspiracy. But I think that's
I also think it depends where you go, because like the world is a big place. I think if you traveled outside of North America, maybe more people would be like, yeah, the US is crazy. This is clearly an inside job.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that about a lot of like war starting events, like Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of conspiracy shit that are around that too. And I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, most of my conspiracy theory shit revolves around wars and the start of wars.
Yeah.
Like false flag events, things like that.
Yeah, I don't believe any of
I'm
that.
I'm on board for that.
Yeah, me too.
I don't believe
Well,
it
and-
because the fucking war machine is just a money making fucking endeavor, man.
Yeah.
So it's like, and
And
somebody I had a conversation with somebody recently who was like, well, they're going to drop a bomb. I'm like, they're not going to drop a bomb because that doesn't serve the purpose.
Yeah.
Where's the money in that?
Where's
Where's the money?
Right.
The more
That's
small,
final. There's no more money to be made.
The more small ammunition and weapons they can sell, the better. They don't want to fucking drop a
The
nuke.
the threat of nuclear war, the threat of a fucking warhead going off is way more profitable than when actually
than
going
actually
off.
doing it. Right.
Having people live in fear constantly and like having this looming over, like, oh, there's a fucking war. They're gonna drop a bomb. It's like, yeah, that might happen, and it might happen in a certain area of the world or a certain city they pick to make as an example to feed and fund more of this bullshit. But a world-ending event, like, who's that serve?
Right.
Who does that benefit in any way?
I'm kind of in the same boat because, yeah. All right. Get a little crazy there, but not really. When you're done in the shower, do you brush off the extra water, then go for the towel, or do you go straight for the towel?
Brush it off with your hand.
I do that actually.
Like
I
this?
I'll go like this. I'll brush it and then I'll grab a towel.
Really?
Only if I haven't been trimming and I'm hairier.
Otherwise, water just flows off you.
Yeah, because if I've trimmed, then water doesn't really.
I might like turn the water off and stand there for like 5 seconds, just like
or that.
my
Yeah.
towel.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't lie, Paul.
I go right to the towel.
You go right to the dampest towel you could find, and you don't dry your balls.
Okay, so since these conversations, my family doesn't share towels with me anymore now. Apparently we were all on different wavelengths on this. I thought we all shared, but we don't.
There's that fucking meme I tagged you in with the girl with the hair towel.
Yeah, her daughter. Yeah, it's like that was daddy's towel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spoke to your wife. She's like, nobody uses the same towel except Paul. Paul will just grab whatever towel he can find.
Yeah. So I thought we all did it, but apparently just me.
If you had to host a podcast Christmas party, who would be the best host and who would be the worst?
Among who? Like everyone on the planet? Or
Yeah, like
I
anybody.
don't know.
because clearly, if we're picking the podcast people, you are the host, so you would be the best host at a Christmas party. Clearly.
Yeah. Can we get Paul's life story? Can you sum it up in a few words?
Oh yeah.
Not much to say, really. Not much to say, really.
I was
born. I went to school. I bodybuilt. I started bodybuilding again. That's some
Game I
kids.
saw. I kicked ass.
Got married. Had a couple of kids. Here I am.
And you defended the border for 20 years.
I continue to defend the border. Yes.
That's it. That's your life story.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
Hey,
There's some other stuff in between.
what's the deal? What's the deal with that car that drove into the border?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I was working in Detroit that day at the Nexus
Have they
office.
investigate that anymore? Does anybody know?
From what I heard, it was a medical thing. It was like some wealthy couple from New York, on their way to a concert or something like that, and for whatever reason, their car, accelerated that fast. It ended up crashing close to the border there. But I think it was a medical distress.
Crazy.
That's what it sounds like.
Listen to this question. It's more of a statement. Can you guys make sure if you're promoting a product and merchandise that you aren't sold out? It's annoying when you go to buy something and it's sold out.
Oh, sorry.
Kind of the point.
Make
Kind
sure
of the
to
point.
keep a couple extra on for this guy. The stock for this guy.
Be faster, you slow fuck.
What is Paul's smoking routine? What strain and what does he like to smoke out of?
I like indica and I smoke joints. I'm old school.
Yeah, you don't smoke vapes,
I don't vape.
bongs, or any shit.
No, I got one, but I don't use it that much. I don't take edibles that often. It's like I'm old school.
Oh, this is cool. If you go back in time and find out the truth about one thing from the past, what would you want to know, Mike?
I guess find out something from the past.
If you could go back and find out the truth about one thing, what would it be?
I got one.
He said
Personally in my life or just anything in general.
No, he said his example he gives is like the pyramids being built.
I was
Oh yeah.
literally going to say the pyramids. Yeah.
Like how are they built?
Yeah. Like I'd like to know like the whole history of, or like, I think truthfully that the pyramids, and I think this is a popular theory now, that the pyramids are like way older than people think they are, you know? So I'd like to know like what the real genesis of those are and like when they were built and by like what kind of people and, you know?
Did you watch that special on Netflix on pyramids?
Probably.
What I thought was cool about it is like every continent had pyramids.
Yeah.
But there was no interconnection between these continents.
But this is the thing. This is like a kind of a silly fallacy to make because like a pyramid is just like the most stable structure. So it's like anyone would come to that conclusion. It's not going to blow over. It's just like a stable structure, and that even as it erodes, it'll kind of like maintain its shape. I think that's just like common technology that anyone would have came to gather, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you saying? It's easy?
What? No, I just think it's the most logical style of structure to build when you're building when you didn't have the kind of like technology we have with like structures of like steel and frames and stuff. To build a stable, large structure, a pyramid is the most.
But even the cutting of the stones in those pyramids is like precision as fuck. So
that's
the
shit that's the stuff I would want to know. Like, how the fuck did they do this? And how did they get them? They dragged them like hundreds of miles.
Yeah, up mountains in some cases.
That one Netflix special with the guys in the jungle you're talking about, where is that, in like Asia somewhere?
Where
it's like on top of a hill.
Yeah,
it shows like the inner workings of it are still standing, but there's parts of it everywhere. He's like, how the fuck did they get that up this hill?
Right.
Like, how would they even get that stone that's nowhere near where this is up from this like level up to this level, right?
Yeah.
The thing that gets me the most about the pyramids is the precision, like Mike said, of the cutting, but like how the tombs and where they put them.
Yeah.
So they cut through, like the way they put everything together. They built basically tunnels leading to a tomb in the middle of the fucking pyramid.
Or I would want
to built it and then cut it.
Yeah.
They build it and then cut it, or did they cut it first?
I think they cut the stones and build it into that, you know?
Right. That's insane.
Yeah.
To be able to know.
Go ahead.
It's insane to be able to know that how they cut it to the exact shape perfectly and placed it to create a hallway that goes to a tomb.
Very, very good math and engineering. Yeah.
That's fucking pretty wild.
Crazy.
I would like to know too, like the genesis of like what the modern religions are too, like where that started and how it started and like what the validity behind these things are, like the characters. Like I would want to know exactly like how these popularized and built, you know?
Don't we know that already though? Isn't there like
to an extent, but obviously people still like believe these very intimately. I'd like to know the exact, like, you know,
the person that said it first.
Should look into the Anunnaki. Do you guys know what that is?
No.
I've heard of that. What is that?
Look into that, everybody on the podcast.
How do you spell it?
Just tell me. What's Anunnaki?
Okay.
Tell me.
A group of deities in the ancient Sumerians, Akkadians, Assyrians, and Babylonians.
Okay, tell me about it.
Everything all over the walls and all over the writings of pyramids, right? So basically this advanced civilization that's far superior to us that may live in other areas, let's say, came in and basically spawned us as like a slave form of life,
Mike,
and created all this shit for us.
Mike, you're scaring me, dude.
I love it. I don't look that shit up after.
One day, me and you are gonna get really high, and you're just gonna tell me everything you know.
Yeah,
you're gonna freak me the fuck out.
Yeah.
With the marketing direction of Hostile and the younger audience with Sam, What does the panel think of it?
I think it's
What is the-
fucking
Well, let us tell you.
gene and it's
What does the
killing
panel think of it?
You're on a horrible path hiring the guy, the biggest thing in bodybuilding right
I
now.
know, right?
What were you thinking?
So what would it be if you go back and find out one thing? We never answered it.
I said two things. You froze.
Ian, you froze, or did I freeze?
You
I froze.
What, the
Um,
biggest conspiracy?
No.
No,
What's
like
the-
if you could know anything from history.
if you could go back in the past and know anything, what would it be?
Who killed Kennedy?
That's what you want to know?
I'm fascinated by that right now.
Does it really matter?
Yeah, probably not.
It's
But
it's probably the mob
yeah, what could have been the government, CIA.
or the government and the mob.
But if it was the government, you wouldn't even be surprised, and then it'd be like, meh, you know,
Yeah, then you'd
Yeah.
be like, okay, great, I already knew that.
I already thought that. Yeah.
Yeah, so like, wouldn't you want to know something?
Just
What about,
wanna know.
what about within your lifetime, since you've been alive? What would be the one thing that you'd want to find out?
How was COVID started?
Yeah. What the like, that would be interesting to know, like the real like intent behind the starting of that exactly, you know?
Yeah.
Money.
You're watching it unfold right now.
Yeah.
It's called a fucking
still.
recession.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
Hey, did you guys? I sent you guys that thing about Sweden in the digital chips.
Microchip.
Yeah.
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 The microchips
Crazy, eh?
they're putting in their fucking hands.
Crazy that
Yeah,
people
they've been doing that for a
voluntarily
long
do
time, though. It's been for a long time.
I've seen it for a year or two now. It's like, but
Even longer.
really,
Even, like use it for like access codes to buildings and like debit cards and shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that widespread, but maybe it's more widespread now.
they sold it as a convenience thing, Paul. I saw the commercial.
Yeah.
They're like, just with the wave of your hand, you can enter your home.
Yeah.
Like, they make it sound like it's like the best thing ever. But what are some of the pitfalls, Mike?
Surveillance.
You're literally trackable. Well, everyone is anyway because they carry their phone with them everywhere.
Yeah.
But,
Right.
I mean, you're literally like, I don't know. Depends
what
what's
if-
in that microchip. If there's like nanotechnology they release and shit, fucking kill your ass.
Start
Let's just-
controlling your fucking actions and shit, you know?
Let's assume there's nothing in the pill that can kill you or make you sick. What is the difference between having a pill, a chip in your hand?
That's why I don't think it's really that relevant anymore because they've assimilated your smartphone to literally be a part of you.
It
So
normalizes.
you don't need the chip
yeah.
anymore. Like, what's the
Yeah.
point? You're
We're
so
literally all-
you're
we're
so
literally-
dependent on this. You're not going to go anywhere without
Yeah.
it. It's on your
Yeah.
wrist.
Right.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. It's in your car.
So that's what I'm
Yes.
asking. So what's the difference?
Not much.
Or isn't.
Not much,
'Cause
really.
We've already bought into the phone system, so it's like,
Well,
we
and
don't need to
now
microchip them.
with payment systems and stuff like that being the way they are now, you're not be able to pay it for cash pretty soon. You're going to need to have a phone. If you don't have it, you're not be able to pay the credit cards, all this can be on your phone.
I saw the digital ID thing at the airport.
What, the biometric?
I don't know, however the fuck it works. It said at the Delta, so I fly Delta, and Delta's got a thing now where you can sign up for digital ID. So I'm assuming it means you don't have to use your passport.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, I watched a good podcast before with the phone. They were saying like you can't take the battery out of your phone like you used to be able to.
No.
Like, you can turn your phone off. It's still pinging. But
Yeah.
before you can take your battery out, you can't do that anymore with phones. So it's always pinging.
So you literally have to leave it somewhere where you're not, or break it.
Yep.
Scary shit.
Yep.
All right, Paul, lead us off with a prayer. I have pizza to eat.
All right. Well, actually, I had a couple people from a couple fans of the podcast sent me some prayers. They're like, hey, Paul, use this. Don't tell the guys that I gave it to you. But I'm gonna wing it anyway.
All right, make it a good one.
Okay, I got some stuff to say for it.
It's been a couple weeks. You know, should have some stuff lined up.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Let's bow our heads. Dear leader. We got a lot going on right now. The holidays are coming up. I got an operation coming up. It's Mike's birthday. Ian's hair is healing nicely. And Fouad's gonna get into his first scrap pretty soon, his first jiu-jitsu fight. So just wanna pray for some strength, to get through all that stuff and not to be entered. And that's about it.
Amen.
That's
Yeah,
it.
amen. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All
I
right.
hit everything there, Fouad.
Yeah, you did pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, boys.
We'll see you guys
All
next week.
See you guys.
Bye.